All right, guys, welcome back for another edition of Nighttime, and it's one of my favourite rounds of the year. But joining us tonight, we have Gary.
How are yous?
Good this week, next week, maybe not. And I'll say it, at the moment, they have a beautiful, crazy lady, but come Sunday, I might be able to talk.
Oh, come on. I'm only a sore loser, not a sore winner.
Oh, fighting words, I see. How are you?
I'll tell you on Monday.
It's going to be a long week. Could be even longer next week.
Longer next week.
I might be too tired, though, because we're babysitting our 7-month-old granddaughter all
That's
weekend.
going to make it even worse.
And then dropping her off
she
just before
loses.
footy. I'll be very
Sorry,
tired.
I mean, it's going to make it even worse when she loses. Anyway, join us. We have the man with a million names,
Victor.
Victor.
Good evening, guys.
Pugsley.
I still look at him as Pugsley, but weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah.
Bernie.
I like Pugsley.
Bernie?
Pugsley works.
It's Victor.
And
But
Victor.
I still like Bernie.
2 strokes and he's over.
And you'd know. And join us, Mick.
Hey
Again.
guys.
How are you,
It's
champion?
been a while.
Hey, well,
Good to be back. Yeah, thanks for the invitation to come back on the panel. So,
Oh,
It
yeah.
was last time before the grand final.
It was last year.
Different
Yeah, I had my
studio.
Broncos jersey on, but yeah.
I'm not saying anything.
Oh, you should rub
I'm not
it
rubbing
in.
it.
We,
No,
we gave it a good sight for, yeah.
I believe
good 60 odd
karma
minutes, so-
bites you in the bum if you brag too much, so I'm not saying anything.
was that a little niggle bone?
No, the studio was totally different. That
It
was my
was, wasn't it?
point.
It was. Yeah. So, no.
Big difference.
But yeah, looking good again this year, Coles. The Panthers.
Yeah, I don't know. I think injuries.
Not this way.
Yeah, it's hard. Okay.
I actually, had a bit of time, went through the wardrobe, got the Knights Leagues Club. Yeah, old shirt from Bryant Street back in Adamstown days. Yeah.
That's a while
in the
back,
late
yeah.
90s, 2000.
Got
So,
a Penrith
yeah.
jersey in there.
So there we
I
go.
reckon it'll figure.
Sorry, Coles. I draw the line somewhere, mate.
So, is there a bet going on this week, guys?
Well, I reckon
Yeah, I'm up
if the
for it.
Panthers win, he shaves his eyebrows off. And if
What
they
is wrong
lose,
with you?
and if they lose, he can shave his eyebrows off and I'll glue them to mine.
What the hell was wrong with that? No, I'm up for a bet, right?
One
Because-
sick woman.
You think?
You got too much time on your hands.
No, I was driving home from work today thinking, oh crap, he put me on the spot asking me for a bet, and I'm like, I've no idea.
Yeah, no, I think that she just wants my eyebrows.
Well, I've got none. I
What was
just had to draw them on.
What was that Sesame Street puppet that had the one?
Grover. Is it Grover?
I'm up for a bet, Bart, because
Or Oscar the Grouch.
there's always double or nothing too, because we are on down Penrith. So.
All right,
Right,
so
they're scratching
maybe we
those.
should have over 2 games then. So we'll wait till we go down to Penrith afterward.
No, well, because when I win this week, right, I've got that when we go to Penrith
You
up
watch-
my sleeve.
What did I say about bragging?
And no use wearing a tutu because you can't see it underneath the table.
It'd be more of
He'll
a
have,
free.
he'll have to stand up and do the show.
Yeah, but Gaz just wants to see me in a dress again.
I had the best time going to that op shop and watching you try on dresses. Our eldest daughter, Michaela, who's 26 this year, she had to come along for the laugh. She had
Yeah,
a
but-
great time.
The sad part was Smitter liked it.
Yeah.
No,
So you secretly
Yeah.
hoping you get beat, mate, so you can go dress shopping again.
I couldn't find any that fit. Seriously, it was
He
hard.
was picking up size 8 dresses. I'm like, that ain't gonna fit.
All right, I'll put the bet. I'll let you decide over the course of the show what I've got to do if I lose. And if I win, I'll decide what you've got to do.
If you win, I'll let you get experimentative with some Krispy Kreme donuts.
I
Win-win for
wonder where
me.
that was going then.
What's the hole in them? I
He
reckon.
already pudges enough donuts.
I reckon. If okay, when we win, you've got to wear one of the player jerseys I've got inside.
I cannot wear another team's jersey. It's not happening.
She's just about to get fiery then.
It's not happening.
I thought you've already done that though.
A
I've got
long
2
time
photos.
ago, That was because I was trying to get into his
That's what-
bed.
But you got into New Jersey instead.
That's when she was young and silly.
Yes, it was a long time ago.
Maybe she has to reenact the toilet incident that we saw the other day.
You're obsessed with toilets.
Falling asleep on the toilet.
No, but seriously, all right. Well, the show's only young, and we'll progress it throughout the show.
I've got a good one.
What?
Whoever loses stands at the pool there, and we video as they get pushed in.
We do that anyway.
It's winter.
Exactly.
Well, if Parramatta lose, oh, hang on. Go get next to the pool.
If they win, you can get out.
He'll have hypothermia at the pool, though.
Anyway, we're moving on. We'll get into it, but because I reckon we've got to come up with something because there's 2 games a year.
It's got to be a good game.
Yeah, we've got to do a better something. I reckon dress.
I like your bit with the eyebrows. I reckon you look good.
No, but they're like caterpillars, mine. Like
Yeah, and she loses, she shave and put them on her. It'd be a classic. She'll come out there. Where is everyone? Oi,
Was it John
I'm
Howard?
Kylie.
Was it John Howard that had straight
No.
hair?
wake up. You
That's what I'd look like.
Okay, I'll shave my eyebrows, but you've got to get a mohawk.
Ooh.
Look, I'm tempted to shave my hair off anyway. So
Yeah, that don't work. Moving on. Time for the NRL news.
the NRL is reportedly considering changing State of Origin to a Monday night to allow more players to back up for their side in the following round. This has got some merit and should be in the mix when we're next discussing the schedule, said Peter V'landys.
Interesting.
Monday night.
Wednesday for me.
I don't mind it. Yeah, I won't get too far in. I'll wait in case there's some more NRL news or anything. But I like the idea of time slots being changed, possibly.
I don't like the Wednesday night. Middle of the week.
Who's talking to
working
you,
week.
Mick?
Me, I'm just throwing you my 2 bobs there, Gazza. 8 o'clock start. Far too late as well. I even hate the time frame. Yeah.
Especially like for us workers.
Farts.
They get up early in the morning. Like tomorrow, I've got an early start, like 4 in the morning. Like
Yeah.
it makes it hard.
Yeah.
You'd know, being a Broncos supporter too, that it's your players suffer for it.
If they're all
What do you
about
mean? Being a Broncos supporter, that they only play at night. Is that what you're going to say?
No.
Yes, it was.
No, the whole idea is the Monday so they can recover and hopefully back up the following weekend.
and if it's all about player welfare, surely that's got to come into consideration as well. So.
Yeah.
Didn't know about that.
But yeah, I was surprised.
up.
Yeah, the amount of players that did back up, and how well they did. Some of them playing full 80 minutes. Carrigan for one as well.
Yeah.
Almost 50 tackles.
He's a bit of a machine, isn't he?
Yes, mate. Yeah, he's a good player. He's solid. So.
I must admit, for a Bronco, he's a good player.
But yeah, does the thought ever come about just having on a weekend?
Yeah.
Like,
I
yeah.
like that idea.
Yeah, so do I.
Oh, here's a scenario for you. What about you have the possibles and probables, so to speak, like the reserve grade, the ones that are on the fringe of making
Let's bring back City Country.
or city country,
Yep.
and the women's and obviously the Origin. So you have Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yep. Yeah. Or even like throwing a nines tournament or something. Like suspend the comp for the teams. So then you got players who'll come back
One
from
better.
injury.
All right, one better. You have New Zealand because they're not involved with Origin. Or you can't really have Samoa because you've got Luai and Co. But you could have New Zealand against an England side or something like that.
Throwing international in there amongst the mix. So yeah.
I love the New Zealand stuff. So.
I just have this envisagement of like a travelling circus. So yeah, so suspend the comp for the 3 weeks, and have a nines tournament run over those 3 week periods as well. So you're still getting your footy fix, and then Saturday night, bang, game on.
And even if you don't
on the Sunday, so it'll never happen. But yeah,
No,
dreams are free.
Good concept, but even if it likes a Penrith, they would still have enough in that nines comp to be able to produce some good stars.
Yep.
Well, excuse me, look at them. It's only Parramatta that wouldn't benefit from it. Stars.
And that's the thing, like, yeah, so you'd be able to blood some youngsters, and
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be a Mickey Mouse sort of little competition, but they'd get some experience. Players come back from injury, they get a bit of game time under their belts. Yeah. Those that have injuries, they get a couple of weeks just to. Yeah,
Tell you what,
freshen up.
another option too, I wouldn't mind saying this. Remember they used to have the Legends of the League? If they don't bring that back, or even do the Legends of the League against the celebrities. Say
the
a
gold-
celebrity footy team.
The Golden Oldies.
What are you looking at me when you say that?
I'm too old
I'm
for
older than you.
Oh, okay. You look at it too.
I know.
All right, moving on. I like that, but
The Panthers, Warriors, Raiders, and Sharks are reportedly the front runners to open the 2025 NRL season is in Las Vegas.
Viva.
They're still flogging the Las Vegas thing, aren't they?
oh, it's going to happen
Yeah.
until everyone gets.
Yeah, I like it, but
They need to.
every week they got it. Why not just say, this is it, bang, done, and get out there and
Okay, I'll put this
broadcast
out
it over there.
We need to do a better advertising for not just that, but for our game itself. Okay, since Tina Turner come out, Simply Best, has there been anything
Nope,
that got you excited about the football anthem?
No.
nope.
Closely was that, that's my team. Was it who did
Yeah.
Who the Gurus, yeah.
Well, there's a new song I've been listening to and driving Kylie insane with. It's called "Welcome to My House." My concept is you have, pongo or even a fan out front, and as it goes through, "Welcome to my house," and they're standing in front of their own stadium, with
I
their
think it's
arms
just
out,
called My House.
my house or whatever.
Tony Staggs would be a good one for that. Remember last year when they
Yes, yeah, that's our house, not the Dolphins.
Yeah.
But if you listen to the song, I'll put it up after the show, or a link to it. It could be a good concept. Well, this is my house. Like, if you're not from here, you've got to do something, and not just Vegas, but their whole game. Because realistically, you have a look at the ads; they're boring.
It just reminds me of Jared Hayne, though.
Hey.
When he goes, My House. I remember he scored a try or something. And
That's right.
Yeah.
Campbelltown there.
yeah.
Well, his house now is
Oh, wait.
Big
Yeah,
house.
the big house.
Bars.
Yeah.
Anyway,
well,
move
was
on.
his house.
Don't bend over in the shower.
Andrew Voss has slammed Nico Hines' Origin game. The kicking game was putrid, and someone needs to test the strength of Hines' legs. They were the least threatening bombs I've ever seen, he said.
For me, I'm Madge. I don't pick Hines a game to settle down, Gaz. But Mitchell Moses comes in for me.
He was doing some silly stuff on the weekend, though.
Who?
Mitchell Moses.
Moses.
I didn't get to see it.
No, I didn't really take much notice, but my boss, who's a Parramatta supporter, was telling me, and I'm like,
But he's got to be better than Nico Hines was.
yeah. Well, he
Pugsley be better than him.
does step up
Settle
in the
down.
big
I
games,
was saying something.
except the grand final.
The game management, though, once they had that player sent off, it was in disarray, wasn't it? Like,
Yeah, but
that right is till they switched Crichton across, then they sort of stiffened up a little bit. But
it still took him till the 50 minutes into it to really put the sword in. Right?
I know they were still there at 20-10.
So
They were-
13 on 13. Realistically, you look at New South Wales wins.
Mate, Oregon's most spirited New South Wales, game for a long, long time. So,
True.
but if you're down to 12 men, and this is where the kicking game comes into it, don't you try and put the ball over the sideline for a couple of times?
Yeah,
give your forwards a bit of a break, bit of a rest.
Put that down to your halves.
Yeah, and that's what I think.
But I
when it
thought
comes to
Luai
Nico.
played. I think Luai needs to go to half and bring in someone to 5'8", is my opinion.
Who was captain while Jake was off?
Would have been
Was Jake on, was he?
Isaiah Yo.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you blinked, you would have missed him. But yeah,
Would have
so
been
who was
Isaiah Yeo.
taking control then, mate? Okay,
Yeah,
so
but I still put that down. I reckon we have to put Luai to half. Like Luai showed, especially on the weekend again, he's a half. Mm-hmm. And
agree.
I think we need to bring someone into 5'8". Mitchell Moses can play 5'8".
You ask him or tell me.
Well,
I think Moses is better at
didn't hear
7
the
and
question,
6.
but-
That's my opinion. But
yeah, but I just think Luai is
Yeah.
showed he's a 7.
Yeah.
The other reason he's not 7 at Penrith is because of, well, realistically at the moment, probably the greatest in the game in Nathan Cleary.
yeah,
Anyway.
that's it. He's
Moving on.
Shine this Sunday.
a massive.
Yeah, Cleary. What, from the box? Shine bright like a diamond.
Michael Maguire has explained why Jake T had limited minutes in the Origin opener. Jake plugs up the middle defensively, which then gives you better field position. But at the time, we needed to go after a few points, he said.
What did he play? 20 minutes or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
9, I think, in total.
Yeah.
So you're captain.
got his.
That's not right.
Yeah.
Nope. You hear all these complaints that they've got to give up their superstars, the poor buggers. I'd love 5 or 6 State of Origin players. They only compete for grand finals because they've got more elite Origin players than the other clubs, and then they complain. That's Ricky Stewart, and I feel attacked.
Harden up, mate. Like, does he not whinge at any?
I
Like,
bet- sorry.
it's just up to you to produce these Origin players now, and it's not our fault, or sorry, anyone's fault that he's got more internationals because he's got, like Tarpany and all these. They're Kiwis and they're ineligible.
Ineligible play, exactly.
So I mean, come on, is he ever going to stop whinging?
Probably not.
Like Brisbane, the same. Brisbane have got, you don't hear them whinging about it. They've got plenty of. Oh, anyway.
And when Ricky was playing, they had all the Canberra blokes were internationals.
He drives me insane.
Next.
Corey Parker has slammed suggestions the Blues intentionally took out Reece Walsh.
Oh,
To
don't.
say there was a play to take him out is complete bullshit, he said.
Coming from a Maroon. So good on you, Parker.
Well, also I agree with him. I don't think it was.
Don't go too far into it.
I don't think Suoliti's that type of player.
No, he's not.
Don't go too
no,
far into it.
Accidents happen. It was like a car crash.
There's a 20 centimetre difference in height between those two players.
Yeah.
Reece was slipping.
Don't go too much into it.
All right, move on.
So yeah, I agree with Corey.
The Maroons made Queensland history in Game 1 with their biggest win, 38-10. That is their best victory throughout State of Origin history. I feel like that shouldn't even go on record as it's not really fair, is it? It was 13-13, then yes.
It wouldn't, but as I said, it took them the Blues were in it. Was what was it, 20-12 or something?
65. They only blew out in the last 15 minutes.
Because they were gassed.
Yeah.
Yes.
So come on, like, and yeah,
Took them a while to
And if-
change them around to put Crichton over there and stuff.
like Spence was gone to HIA as well. Like, well, down some players at one stage.
Well, mate, I couldn't believe when they were looking gassed, Spencer was the only one that was really creating any impetus. Go forward,
Hey,
and then Madge.
Does he
hooks
give you a
him.
little fuzzy sitting there watching? You know what I mean? Do you get excited?
He
No,
went on
not
for
really.
7 minutes,
Settled
and
me
then
up.
Madge hooks him. Crichton was gassed. I would have taken Crichton off like Angus. Yeah, before Lenu.
Do you get excited when he's playing now? You do, don't you?
When he goes
Especially in
to-
Origin.
Yeah.
See, I'm
Being
not
a
the
Broncos supporter, he might not like him that much.
No, but you put that aside in Origin, don't you?
Yeah. So I was hoping, for it to be a contest now with Queensland winning the first game. And they say 70% of the teams win the first game, they go on and win the series. So it would have been a cracker to go ahead.
Do you believe in
North.
percentages like that?
I believe in, if that's the case, let's build a team to bash them.
Yeah, just harden
They
up,
do.
get out there and play and win.
Yeah, my philosophy, if I was coach, I'm going to build a team this round to bash them. And I don't mean that intentionally go out and
Hurt 'em.
hurt them, but you want to, in
Yeah.
words of Origin,
Win
we're
the
gonna
game,
bash
win
'em,
the
yeah.
win the tackles, win the.
And it's going to be like a Lenu, Hudson Young, Mitch Barnett comes into this team.
It's all his favourites.
No, it's all the ones that have got a
I
bit of
know.
mongrel in it.
Yeah.
And that's what we need.
David Clemmer.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, I
I think
reckon-
Clem's days are over.
I reckon Mitch Barnett would be a great acquisition.
Oh, 100%. Him and
Yeah.
Mitch. Him and, I said it. Him and Spencer are made for Origin.
Oh, hell yeah. And that's why it's a shame, I think, that
What do you think?
Victor
I'm not
Victor the
saying anything.
Inflictor's pledged his allegiance to England.
Yeah, true.
I reckon he was made for Origin. Yeah, a little bit of mongrel about him, and but yeah, sadly, not gonna happen.
I think no Panthers. That's what I think.
No, I mean, speaking of that with mongrel,
Edwards is injured. Martin's injured. I hate State of Origin.
well, what are they doing being named for this week?
Where's Martin?
Edwards is here.
Yeah, after
But
he had
Martin-
last week off.
There's my point. Martin, built for Origin too.
Oh, yeah, he put some big hits on.
That hit
See,
that put
you
on.
even just got excited.
No, I'd rather him do that for my team, though.
Not this week.
Yeah, well, what a shame.
Moving on.
Joseph Suali'i has admitted his tackle on Reece Walsh was accidental. I didn't mean it at all. I just wanted to go and tackle him and I accidentally clipped his head. He reacted to his Origin debut by saying mixed emotions. Disappointed for letting my brothers, fam and state down. Blessed and honoured to put the Blues jersey on to the next.
Unfortunately, that might be his Origin career over because Game 2 he's out because of this. So,
And he'll be off to rugby next year.
so how do you bring him on back for
Next
Game 2?
question.
Bradman Best will be back.
Journalist Brent Reid believes the Blues must select Latrell Mitchell for Game 2. Excuse me, can I finish?
Sorry.
He has the potential to win the series on his own, he said.
I've got the potential to win the lottery. Doesn't mean I'm gonna.
How can he win the series on his own?
Oh,
When he puts his mind to it, yes, he can. But
Not in his own.
One
the
man
other-
team, is
one,
he?
well, he's a game breaker, but few and
Yeah.
far between.
So, okay, so to me, that comment saying he is the GOAT of rugby league at the moment.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, but journalists are all delusional.
But that is the most ridiculous thing I've heard.
In his prime, he's a good player.
But
But
that's
at the moment,
when was the last time you could seriously sit here and say Latrell Mitchell's played unreal?
For the full 80 minutes?
Last weekend,
For the full 80 minutes?
All 80
he
minutes.
played pretty well last weekend.
Yeah, he didn't play.
But
I'd like to see him in second row or
Again,
something and then play.
again, they're only few and far between.
That's right. And the thing is, Bradman Bass, up until he got injured, not last week, the week before, one of the form centres of the competition. So how does he get left out?
Is he in the mix? Are they talking about Bradman?
I think so. But,
Yeah.
but because it's no, I think Bradman will go back to the centre, and yeah, maybe who do you put on the wing? Who played centre with Crichton?
yeah, Swelly, he wasn't.
Lomax could go to.
Yeah.
Lomax is on the wing.
The Lomax on the wing, yeah. So it would have to be him. Yeah, sorry, it would have to be him in the centre because you wouldn't lose Lomax or Tuttle.
Yeah. I imagine doesn't make too many changes.
Just that one with
Yeah.
and I think the halves need to.
So best,
unfortunately,
you're saying best in for Suwali.
yeah, 100%. Like you've seen how well that him and Crichton played together last year.
Well, I think Breast just has to get through the game this weekend, and that's probably be enough.
No, I don't
Did
think.
you say breast?
No,
Breast is best?
What are you looking at mine for? Sickos.
there's people who've got bigger udders than you, mate.
No, but to me, and you got to look at the future too. Realistically, Latrell's not going to be around for Origin for much longer.
No.
Bradman Best is going to be. Him and Crichton, you start building a dynasty, you know.
Yeah. That's why I was glad to see Dylan Edwards get a start. He's been knocking on the door and just behind Teddy and whatnot, for so long. So
I'm sorry, you're talking to me.
Are you talking to me?
If you've seen the previous shows, I can't stand the fact that
They
my
pick
players.
any.
Yeah, I just don't want them to pick my players because look what happened to Edwards and Martin. They're injured.
he was doing extras, wasn't he? Dylan
Yes.
Edwards. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't part of the New South Wales Australians. Like
That's
was
just
showing
the
his
type of like he
professionalism.
does.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
He does it for everything. And
Same with Nathan Cleary though. He kicks for hours after training.
it's just like me at the show here. I put in extras every.
On that pay packet though, I don't know how much Dylan Edwards is on, but I'd do it too.
Me too.
I'm lucky to walk to the fridge.
That's what kids are for.
And Alex's fridge don't come to you.
Queensland's assistant coach Nate Miles was seen telling Joseph Suaalii to enjoy your effing debut as he was sent off. A good side sticks to their tactics and doesn't get it wrong, he added post-game. Paul Gallen believes a warning was not sufficient. He's in a privileged position there. If you're going to let emotion get the better of you, you should be sitting behind the fence in the crowd, he said.
Okay. Of course, Gal would comment on him, but it's someone like Spencer walking off. Does Nate Miles say it?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Yeah, but Nate Miles is not exactly the most clean skin.
No, he's not. But I think because he knows. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But I'm thinking because he knows so he's a bit of a quieter guy, but Spencer's a hothead. I don't think it would have happened, but who's our trainer? Let the two trainers go in.
Bring back what's his name? Monty Palmer, the Cougar. Is he still?
Yeah, he's still around, but I reckon put one of our trainers out there, Brett White. Brett White?
Yeah,
Brett White can go,
yeah.
right?
Didn't he nail Stephen Price that
Yes.
origin? Yeah. Flattening.
There you go.
Journalist David Riccio, I don't know if that's
That'll do.
believes the NRL should consider a rule change for the send-offs. The Blues' ability to use their 18th man, Matt Burton, would have kept the contest alive, he wrote.
No.
There has to be something, but my only problem is maybe it goes, okay, if you get sent off, you get another 20 minutes without. So that other team gets an advantage because teams will come in and go, okay, for example, we're going to put Corey on, and he's, no offence, not the best of players, so we're going to get him to take this player out. And then we'll bring on Gary, who's $1 million, in his spot. You know what I mean?
Because he plays with leather balls.
No, because I'm green and wrinkled.
Anyway.
$1 million.
And then you know, he'll come on and be better, and they'll win the game. So they'll target and do it that
That's
way.
a two-headed coin, that one, isn't it?
So there's got to, I like it, but there has to be sort of a part where the other team gets a distinct advantage. But if that had happened, okay, even say half an hour before we can bring on the 8th man, I still think New South Wales win the game.
Yeah. But I agree with mate. Yeah, they'll send a goon out there. If that's the case, they bring that in. They'll send
call
someone
my
out
mate
there.
a goon?
Mate, so yeah,
Or he's not a good.
using Matty Johns' term, mate, he was. So yeah, this was.
It looks like one of the Goonies too, actually.
Can you do the truffle shuffle?
I don't even know what that is.
You go, hey, you guys.
Do you want to do it?
So yeah, on
No.
the Matty John show, yeah, you mentioned he said you'd send out a goon, you go, mate, take
Yeah.
out the star player. Doesn't matter, you're going to get sent off. But then we're going to put Corey in, and yeah, he's
The only way they
he's
stop
he's
that
gun,
is
so.
a massive fine or something, and
But then you get the Roosters, they don't care because they'll pay it anyway.
exactly.
So I like the
no-
idea, but there's got to be a
No easy fix, mate. There's a grey area to it. Yeah,
grey area.
try
Yeah.
and change, but
The Hammer has declared he's still getting started in the Origin arena. That confidence Slater puts in me during the week with the sort of coach he is and the fella he is, it's good, he said.
Slater for Parramatta.
No, won't happen. Won't happen. Too much Origin, and then media commitments.
You might.
Gets paid too good.
True.
And realistically, travel in Australia.
he's into the thoroughbreds too. He's got like a breed and
Yeah. Well,
So it's Kylie.
He's a former track work
form
jockey.
jockey. Yeah, okay.
Kylie's into thoroughbreds.
Yeah.
I thought she was into mares.
I bet you've been into a mare. Anyway.
Journalist Paul Crawley is calling for Appy Coruscant to come into the Blues side for Game 2. There is no question the Blues lacked creativity around the ruck, he explained.
That's a hard one. I agree, but I also thought Robson played pretty well.
Yeah, he did.
Tackled his butt off, so
What, 50 tackles or something at one stage, wasn't it?
so how do you drop a player like that? But I get where he's saying they need a bit of creativity around the ruck. So do you bring Appy in as 14th man? And they pair can switch?
Swap it up a bit.
It's such a hard game to dissect because of the situation they're in.
So this is another situation where I think Isaiah Yeo, we'll get into it a bit later because I've got too much on that one.
Yeah.
Jeremy Marshall King has re-signed with the Dolphins until the end of 2028.
Ooh.
Tavita Pangai Jr. has signed with the Dolphins for the rest of 2024.
And we'll sign with Souths once Wayne Bennett gets there. You mark my words.
Heading to South, reckon?
Yeah. Hence why it's only till the end of.
I heard you. Is it you and Aiken? You said last week that he was going to Souths.
No, what's his name? The other one from Cronulla?
What's his name?
Oh, Royce Hunt, was it?
That's it.
Yeah.
He'll end up at.
Should have remembered that name.
Yes, that's Mike's brother.
It is reported Josh Schuster has no interest in a move to the Titans next year as they don't fit his criteria. He also prefers to remain in Sydney.
I think he's got no choice.
He's going to the Dragons.
Who isn't going to the Dragons?
Well, he's been behind the scenes with the
Max.
Win Corporation.
Sorry, Corey.
No, I'm serious. Like there is,
Actually.
there is
You
talk.
didn't hear what...
No, I didn't miss what she said.
Jeez.
I'm glad. I'm glad. Oh, Lomax.
Jesse Marschke is off contract at the end of this year, and the Dolphins are reportedly interested in him.
Not a bad little player. He was North Sydney Players Player of the Year last year. He's come to us and he's filled in the role quite nicely. When
What's
he play?
Hooker, halfback.
That's the problem. He's not going to get a start at St George there with the hookers and halves that got there.
So the Dolphins.
So a good backup to Marshall
Marshall
King.
King, yeah. Probably learned his apprenticeship there.
Ken Mamalo and his management are still searching for his opportunities elsewhere. He wants to leave the Titans as soon as possible. He's in their top 30 and he's too good of a player to be parked in the Queensland Cup, his management said.
Yeah, probably agree with that. And if you're on, you don't want to play. If you're a player of that caliber, I suppose you don't want to be playing Q Cup. So, and you know, I don't. See anything wrong with a player like that just wants to play first grade? It's just the hunger. It's not the club. It's just can't get a start. So yeah, good on him.
Sean O'Sullivan is being linked with a move to the Dragons from 2025 onwards.
This is where I just alluded to with Jesse Marshke. So there'll be a swap because Peter O'Sullivan, who's his old man, who's the recruitment manager, is coming to St George. So that's where the Sean O'Sullivan link's coming.
Okay. I'm going to throw you a bone.
Okay.
The Knights are in talks of all these different halves. Why are they not looking at O'Sullivan? Realistically, like you've seen what he could do at Penrith.
Well, that Peter O'Sullivan deal is not over the line yet, but we are looking to get a new recruitment manager, and if we get Peter O'Sullivan, Sean obviously will come along.
That's right. That's what I keep saying about the Walker brothers. You sign them, the kids come.
So,
Yeah.
A court has been told Paul Kent consumed 21 schooners of beer before his street fight earlier this year.
Is that what you call it?
With Teresa.
Tree fight.
Is that where you sold a Teresa?
his ribs are still impaled into that tree.
21 schooners.
He didn't look like he had 21 skin.
Yeah, but he's probably a seasoned drinker. Like, he probably drinks a lot.
That's just poor form. Like he's a.
Yeah, but
Jono-
when was he drinking 21 schooners? That
I know.
goes back to the
I get it, but he's a journo / this, and he talks about how everybody else on social media and whinges about.
He will never be back on NRL Royal 360 again. He's done his dash.
It's hypocritical, isn't it? Yeah, as you said, mate. Like, yeah,
Pot calling the kettle black with it.
criticism of
Yeah.
others that
Yeah.
you know.
Well, you
fall
yourself,
foul also.
being a former publican, mate, if he was up to 21 schooners, you'd be cutting him off.
Oh, well and truly, mate.
Yeah.
That's a fair drink. Was it, was it just at the one establishment, or has he
That's
been
the
moving
thing.
around, or
We
moving
don't
on,
know.
that sort of thing? But
I
yeah,
mean, yeah,
fair drink.
That's a fair bit, eh?
yeah, well and truly. So.
No wonder he wanted to fight.
But as
Teresa.
Kyle said, you know, some people just season to it.
Yeah,
And,
true.
They get to a level and they don't alter. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
a tough
true.
one.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
Aaron Penny,
Penne,
Penne,
No.
the third one,
nickname Pastor.
has reportedly signed with Lee Leopards in the Super League.
Oh, yeah, I didn't realise until the Penny dropped.
You need to get out more.
He's been screwing on that one all week, though.
What?
Put it in.
That's pretty good, eh?
Terrell May is being criticised for commenting "he's dead" on Joseph Suaaliti's Origin post in reference to Reece Walsh. Have fun at work, bum, May also said toward another fan.
Get over it. It's nothing that major. Come on. It's not like he said, I wish you die, you know what? It was just a comment like, you know.
Oh, come on. People are still going on about Jerome Luai and you idiots have to work tomorrow.
But he was right.
Exactly.
We do.
Why would you get offended over that? Hence my post yesterday.
There's a lot of too many he, she says.
Marshmallows.
Yeah,
And he, she's.
yeah, but you know about them. But if these kind of things offend you, the internet is not for you. You know, and maybe go read a book. But that's sorry, that gets up my goat.
You poor goat. David Armstrong has rejected the Roosters' offer and is set to re-sign with the Knights on a 2-year extension.
However,
Yes, only for that to be changed.
yesterday he asked for a release.
To go where?
Well, the Roosters have said that they're not re-signing Turbo until the end of next year to see what happens.
Turbo.
Tedesco, same thing.
Oh, I'm going.
Wait,
huh?
what?
So,
Same here.
is that the writing on the wall? You know, and to be honest, if the Knights done well for the young Armstrong and brought him all the way through, and if they've given him his shot, and if that's the way they want to do it, go now. I don't want you at the club.
Yep.
I'm sorry, but I can understand if he goes, look, I'm not going to get a start here. You know,
On his back.
I'm trying to, but they've, you know, give him a fair shot, and you know, it's now up to him to, you know, he may not be fullback, he may be wing or centre, and we'll give him a fair choice. If he's going to reject us and say, thanks, you got me through, now I'm going to the Roosters, go now. I want players at my club that want to be there
Yep.
and play for that thing on you. Like, it would be an honour for me to run out and play one game for that club. Like, you know, I'd give my left nut to do that. And these blokes are doing it week in, week out. They need to start taking a good hard look at it and go, this is not right, this is an honour. And I need, you know, be proud of the club and not just go, thanks for the money, see you later.
It's fair.
What sort of dollars would he be asking, do you think?
I'd be asking 20. That's just for a drink after the game. But no, he'd be on. I think they're going to up his contract to something decent.
Yeah.
From what I heard, all reports were we matched the Roosters' offer on the table,
Yeah.
and then what they've given him under the table. You got to ask yourself, okay, love the Knights, grew up at the Knights, both matched, the people go, oh, but there's more chance to win the premiership with the Roosters. How? The Roosters are not that big of a premiership. No matter how many people they buy, they still can't seem to get that premiership. The Knights are building something. Yeah, sorry, mate. Like the bloke, great player, but if your heart's not in the club, off you go. Let him go now.
The Broncos have informed Marty Tapau he will not be re-signed beyond this season.
Ooh, for the right price, I would take him.
How old is he now?
No, he's in his late 30s.
He's been around a while, hasn't he?
But for
Late,
the right-
late
stint with-
30s.
Big stint with Manly.
Well,
He's smoking.
he's not
Well,
exactly.
he's not going to play when he's 48.
Well, he's not in his late 20s.
No, he'd be early 30s, wouldn't he?
No.
31, 32.
Well, that's late for a footballer, isn't it?
For a front row. Yeah, up in the engine room. Yeah.
He's in the.
I'll have a
He's,
kilo whatever he's smoking.
he's in the twilight of his career.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, he's probably got 1 or 2 years for the right price. I mean, like, cheap and the right player.
He also
Good
would
hard
provide
player.
a fair bit of experience to some young chaps
That's
coming
right.
through.
So, I mean, like, okay, for example, Tigers, back to where it belongs.
Tigers. Tigers, I think, would be a great fit. Like, an older head, as you said, of course. And
With him and Clement
Someone up
teaching the
front.
new guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The poor Tigers. Yeah.
Like a tiger.
You do that well.
Kevin Walters believes Joseph Suaalii's 4-week suspension is not enough. Teams have been targeting the better players for a long time. The suspension won't deter another player from coming out, and the next time Reece plays, trying to take his head off again. Ironing a bloke out the way Joseph did, that's not enough for me, he said.
Oh,
God.
mate.
like
Sorry, Mick. What a sook.
I
agree, mate. Reece, I can't think what game it was earlier this year. Got, big scar.
Taylor May.
Taylor
Yeah,
May for the
knocked
penalty.
out, yeah. They were throwing him the ball, trying to get him back out on the paddock. On the sidelines. And then in the press conference, Kevy's going, they've got to protect our players. They're ready to send him back out there.
Yeah.
So if he's going on about duty of care, then where's his duty of care? So
I said
I'm a passionate Broncos supporter.
But I said the exact same thing when we saw that press conference. I'm like, this guy is kidding himself.
But he fell into that tackle.
yeah.
He doesn't
That's enough.
slip.
Don't go too far. Don't go too far.
Now, what happened to the days when Ponga used to get targeted?
Yeah.
No one gave a shit.
Yeah.
Mate, I don't even think it was a targeting tackle.
No?
It was
Don't go there.
yeah.
He had to fix his eyebrows up.
Next.
The Dragons have officially re-signed Tyrell Sloan for a further 2 seasons. His efforts to improve all parts of his game this year have been really pleasing, said Shane Flanagan.
I have to agree.
Yep.
He has
Playing
been
well.
Still got a fair bit of work to do, but his contact with the ball, he wants to get into it. He's not afraid of the ball.
He's very square-shouldered.
He is, yeah. He still needs to probably, when there's a bomb up, he still gets a bit sort of funny, but other than that, he's having a go.
Any former Dragons fullbacks really good that you can think of?
Ben Hornby.
Yeah, but he's coaching South now, isn't he? Other than Hornby. Just thinking could take him under his wing and give him some training. Food for thought.
Ken
Brett-
Ramsey.
Brett Rodwell, did he play fullback?
Brett Robert was a centre.
Centre, yeah. Anyway, there's someone, who was the former Illawarra fullback?
David Riola.
I don't know.
Rod Wishart.
He was a winger, you
Winger.
goose.
I don't know, he might
I'll
play.
have a kilo and a half.
Next.
Cleary's Batman and I'm Robin. The time has come for me to be my own Batman. I want to see how much I can grow and what I can achieve. When all is said and done, I want to see what I am really made of. I don't want to die wondering. I've won premierships and I think now's a good time to test myself and see how good I am. That's Jerome Luai on leaving the Panthers.
I agree with him. To be honest, I watch a lot of the Panthers. I watch every game, but become engrossed with the Panthers now because of Kylie. I think the bloke is a really good player. Like he's going to change the Tigers something severe next year. And I think he's sort of been living under Nathan's Batman cape, so to speak, because Nathan's so good, and it's showing how good of a player Luai actually is.
When Nathan's off.
So it's sad to see him go from a Panthers perspective, but if you're a Tigers fan, it's pretty exciting.
I was just saying, look, we talked about it, touched on it a couple of weeks ago. Buller, fullback, 5'8", Lockie Gavin. Although though he did say something on Friday night, whether it was just whether he was shitty, but yeah.
Has he asked for a release, Galvin?
Oh, there was
That's
talk.
coming up.
Okay, well, we won't talk about it. All right, next.
Next.
Jed Cartwright has officially signed with Hull FC on an immediate move until the end of 2025. His father John is joining the club next season as their head coach.
I just don't understand why we signed him in the first place. Really, I'd say okay, yeah, see you this year out, and off you go. But we all know through our secret meetings in the cone of silence with our media gurus that the other Thompson brothers coming. So that could also, I know there is one spot, so there's another spot to reassure that he'll be here.
Are they related to Bryce?
I'd say it would be that kind of name.
They are? Okay.
Cousin.
Yeah, it is because his father is
Cartwright.
I don't know his
played
father.
for Penrith.
John Cartwright.
Sure.
Isn't it John? Isn't his father John?
John Cartwright.
John Cartwright, yeah.
Which is Bryce's uncle.
That's what I said, Cartwright.
Wait, Jed Cartwright's dad's John?
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is Bryce's uncle, isn't it? John is Bryce's uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you said it was his
What's
dad.
his brother and his nephew?
And his cat's daughter's neighbours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next.
Jazz Tavanga has expressed his preference to remain at the Warriors past this season. However, the club has offered him a reduced contract. The club have said if I come back and play good footy, then the offer could change.
I like him.
Same
Yeah.
here. I like the Warriors.
Honestly, there's players that you can't see at another club, and he's one of them.
Yep.
So
He's
who
a Warrior.
who they fitting in though? Because with Fanua Blake going,
Well, okay, Lachlan Galvin, what?
Who?
Has requested a release from the Tigers, but their CEO says, what? What are you all looking at me for?
Sorry?
You bunch of weirdos.
Trying to get away from the distance of the hands coming out.
we're just watching, looking at you while
what
you're
he said?
talking.
You hear what he said?
No,
Who are they replacing him with next year?
I don't know. Oh, yeah, we won't go there.
That's why
we're
we
moving
moved
across.
out way.
Wait for the elbow.
I was just reading the Lachlan Galvin thing. Yeah, so he's asked for a release from the Tigers, but their CEO says they will not honour this request. It's disappointing that the request has been made, but I'm going to have a meeting with his mum and dad next week, said Shane Richardson. He said if there are any reports of any clubs talking with him, he will report them. Dibba-dobba. This club will be built around juniors, and I have no intention of letting him go. The Tigers have reportedly told Lachlan they will offer him an upgraded contract if he withdraws his request for release. The Tigers are set to rest him this round to give his hand injury a chance to rest. He has been playing through pain-killing injections. It's also reported that Lachlan is interested in joining the Panthers as he wants to partner Cleary in the halves to advance his game. The Roosters are also reportedly monitoring Lachlan's situation. If he becomes a free agent, they could offer him a contract with the money from Luke Keary's retirement.
Yeah, but how did I don't care. Oh, mate. There's no... You know what? I'm telling you, I'll say it again. If the Roosters going to keep doing the cap, doing like that, Brisbane, Panthers, everyone, let's start cheating the cap. If the NRL not going to come down on it, every club needs to do it.
I don't think Lachlan Gavin just got the shits on Friday night because they got annihilated.
Well, apparently he's had, as it says there, he's been made to play through a hand injury. He
got
doesn't want to play because
Busted bone, I think, in his hand or something like that. So,
Okay.
but only 18 years of
Yeah.
age, so yeah. But
if someone dangles a tea bag in front of you and says it's got Nathan Cleary's name on it, how would you like to partner him and learn? I mean, how do you say?
But that's why I feel for the Tigers. Like they bring these players through, and then a bit of money gets dangled in front of them, or they're not happy with the club. And then
Panthers.
Hold our beer, Newcastle
That's something
too.
that's
Yeah.
right.
I am
the
Panthers.
Lordies, I think, because he's on contract for another couple of years, and it's upgraded 100,000 each year, and they're prepared to give his third
Sign the contract, stay there.
Unless both parties can agree on it, I feel. Because there's some cases where you're just not right and it's not working.
Stefano
Well, go
looking
back
for
to
out
12
as well?
months instead of 2 or 3 years at a time.
Yeah, I'm not sure about Stefano yet. What's going on there?
Yeah.
Panthers don't want him.
Yeah.
No, they've withdrawn.
Because if Luai's going there and he wants to take Lockie under his wing as well, but sure, if he can get in, he's there. So mate, stick around for a couple of years.
5'8",
Let's see what
isn't
we can do.
Well,
So,
What about Jack Cole though?
yeah, still undecided about him. I'd much prefer Headgear Harry. What's his name? Bloke's with the headgear.
Come on, Corey.
Only two had
Yeah, on what
What's
team?
his name for Panthers?
Brian Toto and
The half.
Oh,
No. He's been playing.
yeah, Luai's been wearing headgear, but
No, the one that's
no
been
one else
playing for. He got injured in New South Wales Cup the other week.
oh, Schneider.
Yeah.
Oh, it's nice.
Rob's son.
yeah. You can do it.
Got his number. Yeah.
You can do it.
I like him better than Cole at the moment. Cole's going to be a good player, but he's still got to learn the trade. He's only.
He spewed his guts up for that team.
Yeah, but he's only. He's only a puppy.
Yeah.
He's only a puppy in the big kennel.
He
at the
went all
moment.
right last weekend.
Yeah, he did. But I tell you, he'll look good at Penrith, but keep your hands off him. Tyson Gamble.
No.
He's still on about. Next.
Keep your man crush there.
No, but you just think. Luai had a bit of mongrel and a bit of that. That'd be a perfect replacement with Cleary.
Will you follow Penrith if he goes across?
Freaking oath I will.
He does anyway.
But I'd still be nice. But
Yeah, but
I just, yeah, it's still.
Can't lose a man
you'd have
crush
more of
over
allegiance,
shirt,
though.
mate.
You'd have more of allegiance, say, to Penrith if he went across.
Oh,
He's
bite your
smoking.
tongue.
Knights will always be my team.
Well, of course.
But I just would follow. Like it's Tigers. I still to this day a big fan of Clam. No, I like watching the Tigers now because of Clam, but they're not my team.
Yeah. Jaden Sullivan has suffered a broken finger. He's set to miss 2 to 4 weeks.
Over a broken finger.
Ouch.
How'd
So-
you get that?
Picking his nose.
Doing nothing on Friday night. In the bin. That's right. He went in the bin.
Slip and fell.
The Bulldogs remain the only side in 2024 to remain undefeated at home. They have already equalled their total wins for 2023 this season with 7 already on the board.
Played good, yes. But a week too, other day.
You know what I'm nervous about? They won the grand final in 2004. No, it was,
This is a statistics thing, is it?
yeah.
Okay.
What
Kylie
did they do?
Middleton.
Percentage with it?
Every 20 years. Like for
Well-
the last 3 years. Well, this is the third
Well,
year.
if Knights Penrith can't win it, I'm happy if the Dogs will win it because
Did they win it in 84?
Yeah, that's it. 84, 2004, and then this year, I hope I'm wrong. We want to go for the 4. Pete.
Won't happen.
But I'd be happy for Canterbury.
Not so
You know,
if they
I'd
do
love to
better.
see if our teams can't win it, Commander lift that trophy. I'd be happy.
Yeah.
Next year.
This year they're showing the resolve that Serraldo's tried to instill in them from last year, and
Yeah, I think an
Yeah.
inclusion of a few players too has really
Crichton.
helped that.
yeah, Crichton I think mate, yeah,
Crichton's,
there's been a
Take
few
him out and they're not winning too many.
Crichton's arguably probably he's up there with one of the best in the game behind Cleary. Probably the most influential to a club, and probably we go about buys of the season. 100% hands down, that's a buy of the season.
They said on the wireless the other day he's the best centre going around.
Is that on your tranny? On your tranny?
Yeah, me training.
I don't know why.
She was okay.
Talking about
He
Kurt,
was
been
okay.
suspended for a couple of weeks.
Yes.
I don't know why we let him go.
Good time to get him.
Yeah. Silly.
Saliva Havili suffered a calf injury against the Titans and was taken from the field. The NRL physio says he would likely miss multiple weeks if he has re-aggravated an existing injury.
What injuries this year?
Yep.
A lot.
South are reportedly interested in signing Jack DeBellin from next season onwards. The Dragons have offered him an extension, but DeBellin is chasing more than a 1-year offer.
See you later.
It's Super League for me.
Yeah, this has been going on.
He doesn't
for a while.
offer anything. To be honest, no, he did in his day, but time's up.
Corey might think otherwise.
Do you feel he offers anything?
Oh, he's still a good defender, but,
Yeah, but okay, you put him in the same shoes as Raymond.
oh no, his attack is he's nothing in attack anymore.
Anyway,
The Knights are interested in signing Lachlan Ilias from next season onwards. Adam Doyle, our recruitment manager, had a meeting with Braith, said Knights director Peter Parr.
Braith Astor's, he's honestly good player, but I don't think he's the right fit for Newcastle. That's my opinion. I just don't think he's the right fit for us. And saying that, they've said that it was only talks and our halves are safe. I'm telling you now, one of our halves will be gone by the end of the year.
He was the heir apparent to Reynolds, wasn't he?
Yeah.
That's why they let go of Reynolds. So that Ilias was the next big thing to come through. And
I reckon it'll be Jackson Hastings.
I'm not saying a word, but one of our halves will be gone by the end of the
Hastings.
season.
If we take a punt, it'll be him back to Super League.
Maybe.
Hastings.
Brandon Smith has been issued a breach notice after missing a Roosters mid-season review session. It's reported the Roosters are frustrated and weighing up his future with the club. Brandon admits it was a mistake on his end, missing the review session. I was out with family and didn't realise it was on. I take responsibility for that, he said.
It's not his fault.
How could you... never mind.
yeah, there's a couple of excuses there. Apparently, he also slept in as well. So,
Yeah.
and then
Well, his missus is saying... I was just going to say to you, do you need a tissue?
Then the pen eye dropped.
It's not his fault, is it?
Nope.
His missus is saying that he was out for lunch with her and his mum, and because he's always on his phone, they made him leave it at home.
yeah,
Okay.
I think there's a reason.
He
Yeah,
dropped a lot
Melbourne
of
were happy
sugar
to
on
see
the
him
table.
go.
I'm always on the phone, so you better tell me to leave the bloody phone at home next time.
Yeah, but you're on grinder.
No.
Michael Maguire has informed the Eels that he has no interest in coaching their club. He said his focus is on New South Wales and the Origin series. He said the Eels CEO.
You just got the job. You're not going to... No. To be honest, I think they're looking at the wrong people as well. Yeah, I just don't think...
Looks like Rolls.
Yeah? Yeah, possibly.
Trent Barrett's also put his hand up as well.
Bum, bum. Foul.
Chop his hands off.
Michael
Just
Jackson.
saying.
And if it's not Riles, it's Nathan Brown. Rebuild the club.
Do they need rebuilding now?
100% they do.
What do you reckon,
There's
guys?
a couple of good players.
They need a clean out. They need a clean out, get rid of the dead wood and bring in some new...
Didn't Sevo get the chop yesterday or the other day?
Hamstring.
Hamstring.
Oh,
Yeah, but he's on the outer.
yeah.
He'll end up in Super League.
Who?
Seaver.
I think he'd be a good buy somewhere.
Oh, he would. He'd be good for pick up for a team, even the Tigers. Really?
Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
I'd hate to try and tackle him coming to you.
Oh, we know.
Hi, Brady. I mean, he's still got some good foot in.
You dread it.
I like the way he just runs over the top of it.
There's no side step, is it? No.
We better
Jonah Lomu style.
He'll be here all night.
Yeah, and the back end.
James Graham believes the Tigers' second half against the Dragons was the worst half of footy he has ever seen. The Tigers completed 4 sets in 40 minutes.
Ooh.
They only had 28% possession of in the second half.
That's
And I'll
bad.
tell you what,
They had no.
if there's one person in the game that I value their input, is James Graham. You listen to what he says, he talks a lot of sense every week. So
Yeah, well,
he's
you're right.
probably
Paul Kent won't get a spot back on that show.
Nah.
It's James Graham's now for good.
They
Did
looked,
you
o-
watch the game?
Oh, bits and pieces.
they looked all right for the first 20 minutes, though.
Yeah.
They did.
If only games were won in 20 minutes.
But they just
Well,
yeah,
the-
one,
At half.
Well, they were leading at half time. They were leading 14-12 at half time.
And they once they got a couple of tries in, they just packed it in. They were just tackling, didn't have any ball. They kept dropping it.
that's it. One error leads to another one,
Yeah.
and they just yeah.
And
they felt under so
our
much
player
pressure.
Zach went well.
That sounded like our game 2 weeks ago.
But we've been
went
on the
in.
we've been on the end of a few holdings like that this year too. Like 40 points scored in the second half.
Yeah.
But did they sack their coach?
Not yet.
No, not yet.
They did at Parramatta.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have.
Moving on.
Thomas Flegler is showing limited progress in his shoulder nerve injury, and there are concerns over his playing future.
Not looking good. Looking all, but see you later. Enjoy your career, but time for life after football.
Yeah,
He's only,
good
Young
player.
too.
only
isn't he?
24, I think.
Is that
Yeah.
all?
Yeah.
Good player.
He looks older, to be honest. I thought he was older.
Seems
but
like been around for a while. But
it has.
yeah.
It seems like
Nerve, any nerves or damage, yeah.
Yeah.
don't know
So
if there's any contact
hopefully, you know, he can come back, and if not, hopefully he gets all of his mobility and everything back. But
Yep.
yeah, pretty bad.
That's a bad injury. What you have to ask that Simon Dwyer, the one that played for Tigers.
Yeah, that's the way. He'll have a hard man.
Jacob Preston was taken from the field on Monday against the Eels with a suspected broken ankle. He will undergo scans.
Yeah, it was pretty nasty.
Josh Aloiai has been charged with a Grade 2 dangerous contact for a trip he made against the Panthers' Dane Laurie.
That
He
was
has
stupid.
received a 2-game suspension.
It was just damn right. You know when you used to play with your
Brain
brother
fart.
in the
Yeah.
backyard and you would run and you used to try trip him?
I wouldn't trip my
It
brother.
was so obvious,
It
wasn't
was a dumb as.
It was so obvious that I just didn't understand. I still to this day don't understand what I can. Sometimes if you're in a tackle and you put your leg out, sort of, but it wasn't even like that. He's running after him. He tried to sort of like trip him by ankle tap with his foot.
It's probably worse than the tackle that Sawali did on Reece Walsh, because that was blatant.
It was worse than Kurt Mann's
Yeah,
in a way.
like it was intent in it.
Even the blokes on the sideline with the flag, and they're painted on eyes, even seen it.
Maybe trip one of them over.
Well, they didn't come in.
No.
Oh, well, I'd love to see them do that.
Michaeli Ravalawa, whatever, same,
Close enough.
has been referred straight to the judiciary after he was sent off for dissent towards a touch judge. It is alleged he used the C word towards the official.
It was
Wrong.
F and C. It was.
Wrong.
So yeah, and it was against Parramatta too in the reserve grade.
So his frustration, mate, being playing.
Yeah, he's not having a good season. He's been shifted to the other wing, and he hasn't not scoring the tries, and he's struggling a little bit. And Flanagan's hasn't picked him for the last couple of weeks because he's keeps coming off his wing, and they keeps getting found out there. So they've sent him in reserve grade, and
Getting
Yeah.
upset.
yeah,
I reckon probably Greg Margie could have said that to the touch judge on the weekend after that forward pass. Anyway,
Shane Flanagan says the Dragons won't be signing Joseph Suaalii amidst rumours Rugby Australia can no longer afford to pay him. If Rugby Australia can't afford him, then how can we afford him, he said.
good point.
We'll take him.
Who's
Yeah.
Just
how much money though we free up the cap for Lomax? Because he's left with 2 years
yeah,
left
but
on
you're
his
trying
contract.
to get this player, that player, and that player. There's only so many pieces that can fit in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where does he go now? What club can pick him up? What club can afford him now?
Broncos.
Penrith?
Roosters? Sign him back?
Penrith?
Well, Penrith probably could because they've got some money. Look, they're going to lose $1 million in
Well,
fish.
they've just signed, and you'll maybe able to touch on that.
Yeah. But can't he stay in the cup side? We'll take Suaalii because Taruva's going. I'm ignoring you. You don't notice that. Andrew Johns is calling for the Knights to debut Will Price in the halves. They have to make a decision because Jack Cogger and also Hastings have had no speed in the way they have played.
There's no did you just watch the game? Everyone watched the Knights game?
Yes.
No. Missed it.
No.
Okay, everyone bagged me for saying from day one about gamble,
Who's everyone?
other than my dear your wife. But I say no,
Gamble?
gambles. Do the Knights miss gamble? Yes or no? With the kicking game alone,
I reckon they do.
100%. So this is our kicking games. To be honest, on the weekend was a big part of why we lost the game. Honestly, I reckon I could have kicked the cat further than they kicked the ball. It was pretty ordinary, and I just don't rate. I'm not bagging him out because he's playing NRL and I'm not, but I don't rate Jackson Hastings' kicking game at the moment.
It's a big thing in the football now.
Yeah, but it's so predictable, and it's just like little, and there's no pressure, there's no nothing. At least Gamble's kicks are high, and gives you a bit of time to get in.
But there's no variety too.
Our fifth tackle auctions, and
Dismal.
they're not putting any pressure on the team. If we do that against Penrith, we're going to have our ass handed to us.
Yep.
Can only hope.
Stop it. So I'm all for it. Like Adam O'Brien goes, he's not setting the world on fire in reserve grade. He's got to learn. I'm sorry, Super League, he was killing it in Super League. Super League is a lot more of a harder competition than reserve grade.
Yep.
And then you get Andrew Johns, arguably the best to play of the game ever. And then Pete Mataudia. It's only just recently retired and lives in Newcastle, Sioni's brother. Played a lot of NRL for Newcastle, St George, and killed it over in Super League all those years and played against him. We only spoke on the page there earlier. He's played against him, played with him, and he said what that bloke can do on the football field, he can spark something out of nothing. Give him a shot. So all these people that have been there, I'm sorry. How do you know the bloke can't handle it if you don't give him a shot?
Exactly.
If we don't, Roosters are going to go and grab him.
Don't tap on the table.
But did we not learn this with Dom Young?
Yep.
It's going to happen with him, and it's going to happen with Kai Pearce-Paul if we don't wrap him up. So I think it's an absolute... Why he's not at least... Yeah, I
Had a
don't know.
crack at it.
I want to spend the rest of my career with the Sharks, but I guess you'd be a bit blind not to see that we've got another world-class front rower coming in, and we've got a lot of young front rowers here, and I never want to be that guy that holds one of the young boys out of a spot. So if I have to go, then so be it. That's that Hunt dude.
That's a good attitude. You know, that reminds me of Matt Parsons.
Okay.
That's why Matt Parsons retired. One of the reasons was he said, you know, I've got a couple more years to up my sleeve. He said, but while I'm standing there, I'm holding a young bloke back. So Matty Parsons retired.
And who came through at the time?
And, yeah, I mean, like, he was down there in prop the year 2 years before he retired.
Wow.
Or 3 years before he retired.
The 19th team is reportedly a two-horse race between the Perth Bears and a second side from New Zealand. The Wars have done a wonderful job for us, so we have to look at a second team in New Zealand, said Peter Volandis.
The Wellington Orcas. That's what I've been told.
Really?
They're still, seriously, they got no idea. I'm all for these second teams in Brisbane and Auckland, and I do believe they deserve one. But the Western Australia needs one. They need one. It's the only place in Australia that doesn't have a team. What are we doing?
Big stadium.
Yep.
Angus Crichton's management have reportedly told the Roosters they want the same deal offered to David Fafita, including the car as well, if he's to re-sign with the club.
Stop it.
Oh my God.
Are you serious?
Wow.
The bloke played like bloody... Like he was playing for the Goannas. It's just not Goannas. It's not even that good.
They go all right.
Yeah, I know, but you know what I mean? Like, he wasn't even playing like he was NRL material until the last few weeks, really, like this year. And he was off smoking all the magic mushrooms last year. How does he say he's worth $1 million? Are you his manager? Is he smoking the stuff you're on?
Wasn't it $850?
Yeah, but then you get that beachfront mansion.
Well, he just wants a car.
The Lamborghini, yeah, the brown sandwich bags he gets each week. Remember Underbelly, the movie, where they used to walk out and give him the sandwiches? That's what happens.
The Roosters have reportedly rejected talks with James Tedesco's management to extend his contract. They want to delay negotiations until next season to see where he's at with his football.
You know why, don't you? Davey Armstrong.
We do now.
Surely that was a servant of the Roosters for such a long time. He deserves better than that, though, you reckon?
Yeah, I think so.
Definitely.
I think that's a bit of a kick in the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
To say, hang on a sec, mate, we'll see what we've got. Yeah.
It just shows the arrogance, and I don't care. I'd love to say it to his face. I can't stand the bloke, but what's his name?
Trent Robinson.
No, him too, but
Nick Politis.
Nick Politis.
Oh.
I think he's just an arrogant smug of a bloke, and yeah, it's just shows to do that to, you know, that'd be like us doing that to.
He's been there. A stalwart for him over the last, for however long. I think that lacks a little bit of respect.
Yeah, very much so.
Multiple clubs are reportedly circling Sia Wong. Up to 8 clubs are said to be interested in his signature, but for now the Roosters have advised he is not for sale.
Tiny piece of paper. Everyone else is doing it.
Sure.
Kurt Mann will spend 2 weeks on the sidelines for his grade 2 crusher tackle on Will Penasini.
Bit of a mixed bag for Kurt the other day. Played some good footy, but A little bit of a brain snap, and I think he realised after that, after the words, after he'd done it, he's realised, yeah. But tell you what, playing some good footy. He brought the Dogs back into that game, and pretty much, I reckon,
And he
along
played,
with Crichton, won them the game.
and he played well the week before when he came off the bench.
Good for many man.
Manly's Nathan Brown has been fined $1,800 for a Grade 1 contrary conduct against Jerome Luai, where he pulled his hair.
Yeah, that was. I don't think it was intentional, but I think he grabbed his jersey. And we all know Brown is a bit of a dirty player sometimes, or we're expecting him to come from Parramatta. Sorry, but no, he didn't mean that. There was no
But
intent.
what happened to Tyson Frizzell last year?
That's right.
Yeah, what did happen to Tyson?
He got a
He
suspension.
got a week suspension.
Got a suspension.
Yeah. But then you go back and have a look at the girls' game the other week, where Ola was like she was bringing the cat,
Pulling the chain.
and
Chain.
nothing happened.
Yeah, it did. It's here somewhere.
And they just get
She had an option of getting a fine or
Later.
pleading early guilty plea. It was 1 to 2 matches or pleading guilty, $400 fine.
Oh yeah, I know what I'd take.
When they're getting that much money, $400 is fog
But the
pocket.
girls are probably not getting as much as boys.
Still
But
a lot of money.
yeah, I understand.
$400 would be.
But she probably got a sponsor.
Yeah.
That'll pay for it.
Is it another case of if you're a repeat offender,
Yeah.
like it's not something that
Well,
happens.
Kurt, man, I don't think he has got much on his sheet. He's not a dirty player at all, and he gets 2 weeks. That
Yeah, but they're taking crusher tackles tackles seriously now.
yeah, I get that, but then you look at what's his name, Jared Warrior-Hargraves last week, the
He
week
gets
before,
off everything.
he got off. For,
He gets fines.
he gets fined.
Yeah.
So that doesn't hurt because then Uncle Nick opens his wallet again and goes, "Oh, here you go, Jared. Oh, you nasty naughty boy."
Mac. Melbourne's Elise Katoa received a Grade 1 dangerous contact charge of $1,000 for his tackle on Greg Marju. Kai Pearce-Paul accepted a Grade 1 dangerous throw for his tackle on Trent Lorero, which carries a $1,000 fine.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Blues vice-captain Isaiah Yeo entered an early guilty plea after he was charged with a Grade 1 careless high tackle in the defeat State of Origin, which will result in a fine of 7% of his match fee.
7% is 30 grand.
Not a lot.
30
About
grand.
2.5 grand or something.
Come on, who's got the maths?
About 2.5 grand, is it?
That's what I get paid to do the show a week.
We're missing out, Pugsley.
So am I.
Hey, look at all this lovely merchandise we're getting.
Yeah, you got new pants.
Yeah.
What, he saw the other ones, did he?
I'm not going there.
And Penrith signed Tigers
I
centre.
made over him.
What's his name?
Kapoa.
Lapoa. Oh yeah, Kapoa. Is it
Yeah.
Kapoa? Okay.
RC Kapoa, is that right?
Arcee.
Yeah.
I see.
Well, there you
I
go.
have heard Arcee before. Maybe that's
It's a Kapoa.
Acapella. I can
Yeah.
do acapella.
Yeah, a bunch of.
And that's it.
That's long NRL news.
That was a lot.
News
I
this
was
week.
going to say.
But we'll take a short break and be back shortly. All right, guys, welcome back. And after that long NRL news, it's time for Guest Bag.
Thanking you. Question 1. Should the bunker officials be able to rule on forward passes?
Yes.
Yes, it's from Smitter and 32,000 other Novocastrians. Me, yes.
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 Oh, for sure.
100% it is.
Yeah.
Oh, seriously, that lost us the game. You take that try out of the game from that forward pass, it's a draw game.
Yep.
Could have changed the game, could have won. I was ropeable. And still am.
2-part question. Should Sualihi have been sent for the tackle on Reece Walsh? Yes or no?
For 10 minutes, yes.
Yes or no?
No.
No.
Yes.
Part 2. Reece Walsh was slipping into the tackle, as we seen. They only showed it once or twice on telly on the day. They score a try or something, or a head high, there's 15 different angles and all of it. They showed it once or twice, and it looked bad. Slow-mo, Sualihi is flying like Superman. His feet were off the ground. What's he supposed to do? Yes, he hit him in the head. For me, 10 minutes in the bin, a small fine or something.
On report. Let him deal with it after the game.
He didn't mean to do it.
Well, there's also reports that Reece Walsh
Was back out, ready to go on the field again.
Yeah, but he was sort of acting, and that's why he got sent for the HIA and this
Passed his HIA, but was given a Category 1.
by the doctor because of the way he.
He was out cold, wasn't he?
Apparently not.
I thought he was
Apparently
fitting
I
at
say
one
that.
stage. Like, it looked like he was shaking, and I'm like, is he
I thought he was
actually
pretty bad,
fitting?
Might have
It
been.
was a bad hit.
Yeah, we thought it was pretty bad, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
No, I say
Oh,
that
100%.
loosely, apparently too, because we weren't there. But
It did look bad.
it did look bad. But if he doesn't fall in the tackle,
That's a perfectly
it's
good
a
hit.
textbook tackle, a great hit. Unfortunately, I get we have to cover our players, and I'm all for it.
100%.
But how do you say now to your players, you must go a little bit lower just in case he slips?
Yeah.
Not with the way that Suali was going at him.
And the height
Way
of
he-
Suwali,
There's no way.
It's the same as May when he got Walsh. Like, I feel sorry for Walsh in a way, like how he's got the injuries. Like no one deliberately goes out to do that.
No.
And he has copped a few this year. But in May's defence, how does he pull out of that too? Everyone here's played the game before. You're coming out of the line at speed. Well, we'll play later. You're coming out of the line at speed to make a tackle. How do you stop? You can't stop.
No.
you're already focused. You're already beyond the tackle before you get there, really, aren't you?
And unfortunately, we're playing rugby league.
Yep.
Rugby league is a contact sport. Things are going to happen. If it was a deliberate high swinging arm, whatever, march him out,
Yep,
rub
right.
it out of the game. But that you can't help. Excuse me. 10 in the bin, on report, sorted out later.
How would you feel if that was Cruz out there?
I would have jumped the fence and belted him. But unfortunately, as I said, I feel sorry for him and that. But I'm looking as a non-Blues, whatever supporter. He doesn't slip. Everyone's rating how good of a tackle that was. And he probably gets rattled.
Yep.
But he slipped, unfortunately. And
And you see his foot. One foot goes up. The second foot's sliding along, coming up. That's when Suali hit him.
so he doesn't slip. Where does he get him? It's hard. I get that. And okay, being a Broncos supporter, I probably would have been filthy because he rubs him out for a club as well.
Yeah. And the other reason I say yes to the sound is like, the impact it has on the game is that, like, the more spectators for that game than any other game throughout the year. So if you're trying to attract people, like, Queensland now has more participation in AFL through the young kids coming through what they do in the rugby league. So the yes from me was because of, okay, this is the brand that we're trying to put out there.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, bring it back.
I can understand that as
Yeah.
well.
And play welfare, like, to look after the guy. But, the mitigating circumstances, mate, we could talk about this for...
Well, I'll put it this way.
hours.
You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. That's one of those ones that's...
The first 10, 20 minutes of Origin, that's no holds barred, really, isn't it? Like, that's the...
Should there be different rules for Origin?
Yes. They even said it on the wireless.
On the training again?
Yes.
Yeah.
On the tranny. I was watching a bit on YouTube there, and
Don't look at me. Look at him. He's one that's telling the story.
I studied his name.
Yeah, you
And
mesmerised
used to
by
have the big curly hair.
Jim Shorts.
No,
Willie Mason.
Willie Mason. And he was actually swearing to the other bloke that he was talking to. He said, "Is it Abdo the boss?"
Yeah.
He said they should have went straight to him, ring him up. Should he go or not? And he said Abdo would have said, "No, stay there because it's bums on seats."
Yes.
He said, Queensland are a side that above everyone else to try and beat. He said, you send them off. There is no way the Blues can beat them.
They
It's
nearly did,
Port
Bob.
men.
They nearly did.
No.
Queensland seem to have it over us, no matter who's out there.
But,
But four people, they're going to get tired.
oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a massive job.
Yeah.
But there should be different little bent. This where it meant they probably should have went and let the judiciary sorted out. But 4 weeks? Do you think that's
10 minutes in the bin, possibly a fine or something, but yeah, let the judiciary work it out later, bring him back on 13 on 13, win, lose or draw, everyone's happy. It's like, I just lost interest.
You're never going to keep everyone happy.
No.
So.
But as you said, mate, it wasn't a stiff arm. It wasn't reckless. It was like, a good, strong tackle. But
And if
Yeah.
the
If it was a shoulder to the head, I can
Yep.
understand that. But
what in the bunker, have a look at it,
Oh.
like he's slipping, like, okay, it wasn't deliberate. And like you said, if you're standing upwards, it would have been a perfect, and they probably would have been in the hits of the century.
oh, well.
There you go. The last part of that one,
Oh, it's still going.
yeah. What changes would you make to the New South Wales team for Game 2, if any? Mitchell Davis.
Edwards.
Mitch Barnett.
yeah, like Barnett.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just looking for something hard. Oh, that might
Oh,
hurt.
hang on. Edwards, Barnett, and
Matt Burt.
Matt Burton to 5'8", Romy to halfback. And I would also be putting, as I said, Bradman Best, Romy to halfback, Matt Burton at 5'8", and I'm sorry, but McGuinness, he goes out, unfortunately. Played good, didn't do anything wrong, but his AEO needs to be on the field more.
Needs to be on the...
And then I'll be bringing Barnett onto the bench.
I don't think if you got rid of Angus Crichton, you'd lose too much air.
Oh, actually, yeah, hang on, see it, Crichton.
Yeah. I've never
And
watched
with,
a
you,
game.
and with your calf.
Yeah, Crichton didn't do much for me, so yeah.
I've never watched a game and gone, wow, how good was Angus Crichton?
No.
So, is it just because he
I tell
plays
you
for the
what.
Roosters? Is that what
I mean, not
all the
everyone's
time? Or
a good oil painting like us, but you know how a lot of people rip off Nathan Cleary for his chin? Have you seen Angus Crichton's?
You got one, has he?
Oh, Eric Banana, man.
That's hidden under his beard.
that's why he's growing
Okay.
a little. Yeah.
He's only got,
offset
he's only
that
got
now,
4.5 fingers on one end.
He looks like Lord Farquhar
Fuck
He
who?
does.
of Shrek.
But yeah, I'd be making a few changes personally.
I hope he doesn't go wholesale changes. Like, listening to Matty Johns talk about when he was chosen for the Blues, he said, you're that anxious. He said, if you don't play a good game, you knew you were going to get dropped. And it seems to be that cycle that, and straight away after that game, they're going, okay, we need to replace this person and
Yes.
that person. It's like, mate, like,
Pick and stick.
the
but-
effort they put in for
But how do you
72 minutes with 12
how do you
players.
deny Dylan Edwards a chance?
Oh, well, he was there to start. I said, yeah, he's definitely got to
Yeah,
come back.
and he got injured by doing extra training to better the Blues side.
Yep.
And I think, I'm sorry, Tedesco, you've been a great for New South Wales, great for Australia, and great for the
100%.
Roosters. But Dylan Edwards, it's his time. He is the Blues fullback going forward. And I think if we really want to win the series, we have to change the halves. And it may, I reckon that combination would work. But also, we need to bash the Maroons.
Gotta hit him hard.
Yeah, we need to, and we need to make a bench that's going to do it. And if we're going to lose Liam Martin, we need to do it. Bring them in. So okay, you lose Liam Martin. Who do you bring in?
Because Payne Haas needs someone else up front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, would you drop
Jake-
Trebojevic back?
Put him to the second row, Mitch Barnett or someone, up front, you think?
Bring someone else with a bit of mongrel. Leah Thompson, wish she could play, bro.
I heard a bit of news too. I was going to give it to Kyle earlier, but I didn't. Guess who bought the Rutherford Shopping Centre Mall?
Angus
Nathan
Crichton.
Hindmarsh.
Bulldogs. Why would they want to buy that?
Rutherford.
As in Canterbury.
Canterbury. Bulldogs.
Have you given him some of what you're on? You serious?
Off good authority. I said, what? And he said $3 million a month rent or a week rent or something.
What?
Roughly a month. But he said it would cost them $1.5 million to get the tags off the wall. But anyway, quick, I just thought I'd chuck that in there for a little
Why
bit.
would they buy
Diversifying income, mate. Yeah.
of all places?
There's a kebab shop there. I'm pretty sure.
I cleaned all
Might be a good one.
the townhouses for the Knights when they brought them over in East Mayland.
Brody Jones still lives there.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Not
question
telling you which
number
one, but
3 from Keith Mitchell. The The Broncos CEO is saying they want more protection for Reece Walsh.
Stop it.
Do they want him to wear a red bib like at training, non-contact?
He already wears pink. He already wears lipstick. So
Now that's taken a bit too far. Red bib.
No, but that's
What on
right.
their own?
No, but that's what they are when you're out training. If you've got the red bib on,
Yeah.
it means non-contact. You can't.
Contact sport though.
But that's what's.
Yeah.
I get what he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like. Yeah, that's a good.
Yeah, no, mate.
What do you reckon, Mick?
Oh, there's no way he should be a protected species, which I think they're getting towards.
No.
Yeah.
You're in
He's
the
out
game.
there amongst it.
I
He-
used to
and
get
he's good-
smashed.
Yeah, exactly. All the greats, all the good players, mate. Yeah,
They target Cleary.
the Ponga.
They used to
Many times
target
with
me
Ponga.
when I was playing.
as well, mate. So to say that, yeah,
They don't target.
he's
They don't target anyone in the Dragons.
Ben Hunt.
Here you go, catch.
But
Brendan Mansfield. I don't like how my team is affected by Origin every year with players out for Origin and then injured from the Origin. Takes away from the club. Should we go back to the end of year Origin?
No.
I get it. I get it 100%. Because you look at Penrith now. They've been riddled with quite a few injuries because of it.
Yep. That's when
Excuse me,
Para
the
playing.
Broncos? We're fine
Dreams
with the
free.
Knights, but I get it. I really do.
Problem
and
with that is players are recovering from the season.
yeah, and players go overseas and that, but
And,
I
and
didn't.
also they're playing in the middle of October, which is quite warm.
Yeah, but when you're on like up in excess of anywhere from $600,000 to $100,000 to $1 million a year, you need to harden up.
Yeah.
If you like, I work in blistering heat in summer for not that kind of money, manual labour. So I can play football for that kind of money. That doesn't bother me. That I don't think that's an issue. The only issue is, like when it first started, I went no. I didn't like it. But then when it happened, when we went and you actually liked it. So I suppose you've got to sit down and see what's better from a club perspective and player burnout, etc. Does this mean more bums on seats too, for longer periods of time? Because you got the season, and then you'll have Origin at the end of it. Yeah.
Then what do you think, Corey? Yes,
no, no, I don't like it. No, not at the end of the season.
25 words or less. Why?
Because what I said before.
That's
it's
enough.
Too hot.
Mick.
you've got those players too that they're considered the best to get chosen. They haven't played. If they're sitting on the side, their team finishes ninth, so they're not playing semi-finals, and then you expect them to go out there and perform at their peak at the end of the season. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah,
Only way.
but what's
yeah.
the answer to our current crisis of having players?
It's not found in the clubs, is it?
No.
But I get it's another one where are you ever going to be able to solve that mystery there?
Exactly.
Well, it's not going to happen.
It's
They'll
all-
go to Monday nights.
And it all comes down to money too, mate. The
Well, I
amount of money
prefer
left
Monday
the league
nights
makes from it.
before I prefer the end of the season.
Yeah. What was that? Sorry, mate.
It comes down to dollars too. The
That's
amount of money they make on it, mate. Yeah, too.
Yeah, it'll come down to sponsors what they want to. And,
Yeah, the broadcast rights. So,
and then you got Kangaroo Tour. So
yeah.
Jeff Cook has this one. Penrith bounced back after the champion side they are.
What are you looking at me for?
They're against Manly. And I feel the Knights just had their best performance all year this weekend, just gone. Who do you think will win this weekend and why?
Oh, don't ask.
question.
Don't ask me.
I'm not saying that. Maybe it's for you, Sheree. They answer this one.
Oh, it's Penrith and Knights. You can have your say.
All right, have you go first?
Me?
Yeah.
I just reckon it's going to be a good game, full stop. What day's it on?
Sunday,
Sunday.
2:00. You're working.
There's a nana nap at 2 o'clock.
I think Penrith have the wood over the Knights.
Calm down.
It's true. When's the last time the Knights beat Penrith?
We nearly got you last year.
Nearly.
When he's had probably the closest with Georgia in a COVID period.
We lost by 1 point last year, you knucklehead.
I know, but the closest he got was a draw.
And we were missing Origin stars last year.
No, you weren't.
We were.
You had Cleary and Co.
Oh no, it's when we used to come down to Penrith and we beat you
yes.
without our Origin
We're
stars.
not going there, but
We weren't at the Knights game last year. We were at a wedding and Penrith beat you.
by 1 point.
It doesn't matter. We still got the 2 points.
Next.
It's like missing Lotto by 1 point.
But you were so close.
Still crying.
Well, I think the Panthers, mate. Like, yeah,
Next.
They're just a juggernaut. They're just a juggernaut. Hey, like even with their injuries, mate, they just And another one of their youngsters steps up and they just straight into the role and away they go. I do believe those guys. I think it'll be a cracker of a game.
I do
If it
agree.
doesn't rain, we can't play in the rain.
I'm turning the sprinklers on. I do agree. Panthers are still the team to beat, you know, and realistically, for the last 4 years, they are the best team in the competition.
We got beaten by St. George.
Yeah, but
Anyone can beat us.
Yeah, but didn't have-
They can.
Penrith had half a first grade side out.
So did St. George.
But if we play like we played last week against Melbourne, we'll give it a fair crack, and especially when you don't have Cleary.
That Fletcher Sharp is dangerous under the high ball.
And I think you'll find Greg Marshall will probably have the best game of the year this week.
Brian Tor, hold my beer.
Yes, same wings. Yeah, okay.
When's Cleary due back?
Round 19 to 20. So still another
month or so. Yeah. Okay.
What did you say, Corey?
Oh, I reckon Penrith will win.
I'll give you a free ticket to get in.
Thanks, Cruz.
My son turns 21 the next day, so maybe that's an omen. Oh no, he's a
He's
Knights
a Knight
supporter.
supporter.
Yeah, only because of you.
So?
He was born in 2003. That's when Penrith won the grand final.
You've seen the
Parenting
light.
done wrong.
You've seen the light.
Silly boy. Love you, Brady.
But it's going to be a pretty good matchup, to be honest, as we'll get into a little bit later. But, you know, arguably probably the best prop in the game, Fisher Harris, up against the young pup that he took under his wing in Leo Thompson. I'll tell you what, Leo Thompson will be aching to have a game against, you know, if you play against your idol or, you know, the one that you look up to, you want to play great.
You won't be backing down.
So he's got some new ink too.
And won't back down.
It's going to be weird. Jack Cogger playing against his former team. With his former team against another former team.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll move on. Knights for me. Knights by 6.
Penrith by about 8, 9.
Next.
28.
Mark Thompson wrote, surely PNG is not viable long term. Wade Graham even said it would have taken nearly double his salary to consider playing for them. What are your thoughts about the PNG team? Who do you think will be the next PNG team? Sort of a bit mixed up there at the end, isn't it?
Or does he think that PNG will be the next team? Is that what he's trying to say?
Maybe he meant will be the next
player.
team.
Next team after PNG. Something like that.
Well, what have we got now? 17.
Yep.
Western Reds.
I don't agree with it, but especially when we're taking $600 million of our own money, the taxpayers' money from Australia, over to them. No, sorry. Don't agree with it.
They've got to cough up a lot of their money first and
Well-
have their team over there,
$600 million.
but over there. Currently,
$600
the
million.
reserve grade are in Queensland.
Yeah, but, okay, why hasn't Penrith got $600 million upgrade on this stadium first? Or, you know, the Knights. This is our own backyard. And there's hospitals, there's roads, there's the Smith family.
Pause there.
Could all go to, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, why
100%.
we just send it over there? I don't agree with it. I'm sorry. They should have their own government to...
Fork it up.
Okay, the Western Reds, are we going to give them $600 million?
Prefer it before the Poppy.
But are they going to do that for them? I don't think so.
No.
How many locals will be there for the PNG side?
There will be a lot over when they play over there. They'll be packed, the stadium.
Yeah. And I
Oh,
think
but yeah,
they're
so-
based in Cairns as well.
Yeah, well, that's the only issue
That's
there.
what I mean. That's the reserve grade, isn't it?
But they're going to play so many out of Kansas, so many out of PNG, which I'm all for PNG. I'd like to see them have a team in there, but I think it's been done wrong. And I don't think it's their time. It's Western Reds, PNG, then the Wawas.
My concern is diluting the talent pool as it is. Another team, they've got to find another 30 players from that are up to NRL standard. Otherwise, they're going to get flogged.
Well, look at the
week in,
Dragons.
week out.
They're not up to standard. Just send them to PNG.
Spit on
Where
him.
are they coming in? Where are they at the moment on the ladder compared to you guys?
Corey, would you like a Penrith jersey for Sunday? I'll take a flag for you.
Gladly.
Wearing his nighttime podcast shirt.
Portia's going to be doing the same, waving the Penrith
I'll
flag.
win one way or the other.
He'll have one in each hand.
Trent.
Yeah, moving on.
That's it for Gazbag this week.
Oh, thank God.
What, don't you like me talking?
No, just it's dragged on tonight, like with the news and stuff. It's been a lot. Anyway, we'll take a short break and we'll be back shortly. Hi guys, welcome back, and it's that time of night again. Time for what caught my eye, and I'll start off. See what I mean?
Ow! My eye! Ow! Ow!
We're all here.
Yes, well, the Broncos and Sharks game, as Ronaldo Mulatalo ran out for his 100th game for the Sharks. A Broncos supporter just did a sex act towards Ronaldo. Did you see that? Up on the screen there. Ronaldo responded on Twitter saying, "This is someone's dad." Laugh out loud.
Yeah, pretty cool response.
But he was doing, yeah, as you can see on there,
Could have been, come get your dad.
well, he might have been doing the flute.
The saxophone.
Yeah, could have been. But I thought it was pretty
Oh,
funny.
Kenny G.
Oh, I actually like it. I think it, as long as you're not doing anything too provocative or racial discrimination.
What do you mean?
What?
Gesturing at BJ is provocative.
He could have been doing a flute.
A
We
skin
don't know
flute?
that.
This time at band camp.
A pink flute.
Say what?
We'll play band later. And I like it. So I loved all the funny stuff that come back in. I remember you used to get signs, funny signs, and other things like that. And what was it on the footy show? That things you may have missed. Maybe we need to bring that back. Things you may have missed on the show each week.
Yes, that was a Vossie. Was that Andrew Voss?
Yes, it was. Anyway, moving on. I got my marching orders there. My second one that caught my eye, because I can, and I did, was Kurt Mann being sin bin. Yeah,
Broke your heart, didn't
it
it?
did. It did. I still
Love him.
got a lot of respect for Manny Man, and well, it showed last week when he came over and spent some time with us before and after the game that you know, friendships are still there regardless of what club they go to, and it's good that some players like it. It showed with Mitch Barnett a few weeks before too.
That's right. Yeah, they don't have to do that, don't they? They just come over.
No, they don't. And I tell you what, you hear all the bad things in footy about players, and you know that's my little dragon thing of the weakness to them blokes, because they don't have to do it. And you hear all the bad things, but you know Barney come over. Look, we weren't even to Barney or nothing. He just come over and say, "Hey, haven't seen you for ages." Yeah, and that was just like, oh wow, you know, and
Makes
started
you feel
talking.
good too, doesn't it?
It does, and you know, it makes you realise that they are approachable and they are human, and yeah. Anyway, your turn, darling.
Oh, okay.
Mine was Reece Walsh. At the end of the Origin game, he jumped up really, really high, pretty much over his daughter's head.
Pretty didn't do that in the game.
He was celebrating the Origin win, and yeah, my question is, shouldn't he have been taking it easy after that bloody big hit on him, concussion-wise?
Rest your case, wasn't it?
And who says white man can't jump? If you saw the pit, like I've got a picture.
I nearly said it, but I stopped myself.
He's white and can't jump.
True.
Gaz?
He did play basketball, though.
Huh?
He did play basketball, though.
Actually, I used to be
Oh,
able to
maybe
jump.
that. Oh, I thought you were talking about Reece Walsh. I was going to say maybe that's
I
why he
used
could
to
jump
be
that
able
high.
to jump until I started drinking beer. And, yeah, got old. But, yeah, we should do that one day. You know,
Well, game of basketball.
yeah. Shootout. Show shootout. Loser gets a cul-de-sac.
It's cold. What?
He's held bent on someone getting a cul-de-sac. It's like Felice Kafusi's
The only-
hair, except it'll go.
The only cul-de-sac that I'm going to get is not the cul-de-sac that you think I'm going to get.
Gaz, can we do a bet and give you one?
I already got one, but I'm not going to show you on TV.
No, cul-de-sac, not a cold sack.
Okay.
We're only just copying our good friend George.
What caught my eye? The hair pull on Jasmine Clydesdale by Shannon Tato?
Maddo.
Matto?
Isn't that the dog off Wizard of Oz?
Tell you, when I get my eyes fixed, I'll be right.
It's
That's Toto.
Jasmine Clydesdale.
What did I say?
Jasmine.
I've given you some drugs.
Why? Why?
MCA.
The hair pull on Yasmin Clydesdale
Very good.
by Shannon Matto, the women's origin game. Matto was put on report and can either pay $400 in pleading guilty or face 1 to 2 match ban. We discussed it earlier.
I knew that was somewhere. I couldn't find it.
That's what she said.
That's what he said.
Yes, I know, right?
She's looking at you, not me.
I'd be a bit worried if he was looking for it.
No, he's own.
It's there.
Hello.
Down at Tomago.
Oh dear.
That's what she said. Oh dear.
Is it hot in here or what?
You want me to take off all my clothes?
Sure.
Corey?
Oh, I got two. I got two, and I'll touch
You
on
got
them.
two, I got two.
Yeah. First one was Monday's game, the Eels and Dogs. Good crowd, great game, and it brought me back to the days of the '80s, how they used to play against each other, the arch rivals.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one was, I don't know if you actually saw it on Sunday, when Nick Meaney was lining up for the goal, the little ball boy was lined up behind him, mimicking him.
Oh, I
that
missed that.
Yeah, you missed it. Yeah, he was lining up for a goal, and he was doing the same sort of thing.
The Knights won or?
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
He was too busy. Bloody steam coming out of his ears.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was throwing little dragons at
Yeah, no, Nick Meaney was lining up for the ball under the sticks, and the little ball boy for the Storm was lining up, pretending he was Nick Meaney.
So he was the storm ball.
Storm
boy.
ball.
Storm ball boy.
So it wasn't the Knights.
No, Storm ball boy.
Oh.
I'm glad we cleared that up.
Yeah.
Someone's ball boy.
Got behind, and I thought that was quite cute, actually.
Yeah. He wants to be like Nick Meaney.
Might even be able to get Adam to find that if he's got it somewhere and put it on next week's show. I didn't get to see it.
Stuff you may have missed.
Yeah. How great in that arena. Like, you used to do it in the backyard as a kid, eh? You'd remember your favourite players, that sort of stuff, but to do it on ground.
Who's the player these days that all the young kids would mimic, you think?
Kalen Ponga.
I don't know. I reckon that.
Well, back in the day was Benji
I
Marshall.
reckon it
Benji
was
Marshall.
Kalen Ponga, but I don't know if it is so to speak much. Yeah?
A lot of them were doing the Benji Marshall
Yeah.
jump.
Would it be a Reece Walsh?
Walsh.
Nathan Cleary still?
What, wearing lipstick and an eyeshadow?
I reckon it could be a Crichton. Hard to tell, eh? Oh, that'd be an interesting thing. You might have to put up on the page you speak and find out who the young kids are.
Who's setting the trends out there for the kids to follow?
That's an interesting. I used to always.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I used to always. Mine was Paul Harrigan. Was always the chief. So,
I used to always like this guy that was in
Ian Roberts.
this guy that was in the mirror.
Ian Roberts.
Anyway, sorry, Mick, your turn, mate.
Good
Yeah.
player.
I'd
Good
touch
player.
on that game as well, the 80s, mate. Brought back some memories there. Dogs v Eels, 45,000 there. But I think it was when Preston got injured, and Crichton called the boys in, the winner,
Yeah.
Wilson, and
It's
Tracy,
showing
I think, and showing his leadership, and that's just something. There's just been a maturity to his game, I think, this year as well.
Critter.
Sort of caught my eye to go, okay, this bloke, I think he's a potential New South Wales captain. Yeah.
They say that kick out this bloke and that bloke was Penrith's biggest loss. No, that's Critter.
Yeah. I think he's probably in the shadow of those other players. Yeah, well, he's apparently in this time. Now he's at the Doggies, taking on a leadership role. And
Can't Cleary take a pay cut to keep most of these blokes?
Well, I don't know
Too
why.
late now.
But I don't know, seriously, why they. Like, Romy's a top player, we know that. But I would have been like, okay, we can't keep him more. And I would have been, look, Critter and Nathan might go on forward, and we do the team around them because you've got him in the backs, Cleary in the halves, and we build the team around those two.
It's actually not a bad thing that Cleary's out injured because with Luai going out next year, it's given Jack Cole a fair bit of experience to just to
And
fit in.
Cleary will be fit for the final.
That's right. You know.
Gamble is our X factor.
Yeah.
Fit for the finals. Yes, we're going to make it.
Yeah. I like your confidence there, Smitter.
And if they don't, do you get a cul-de-sac?
No, you do.
Hey, there you go. You need to grow it on the sides, though. There's our bet. You hell bent on a cul-de-sac.
I would only shave my hair for charity.
You said I have to have a mohawk. You can have a cul-de-sac.
Charity. I'll do it. Only reason I'll shave my mohawk is for charity.
I'd do an ice bucket challenge.
I'll put in $5.
Oh, it's got to be good money.
Yeah.
Some good money.
Everyone here puts in $5 and then put it out there. Anyone?
I mean, some good money. I'd shave it.
What's good money? A $5 note's good money.
10 grand.
Anything is these days.
10 grand.
No, I haven't got
Charity donation.
10 grand. I could be
OnlyFans
sitting there.
page.
Huh?
I had to take a pay cut to get here.
You've got OnlyFans.
I know. There's about six.
One.
No,
OnlyFans.
No, I've got 6
Electric.
fans.
Electrolyte.
They're all fans.
And air conditioners.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mick. Was that...
Oh, and I'll just throw in there the sin binning Chad Townsend, and who was the guy that threw the ball at him?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was
Yeah, how
stupid.
ridiculous that was.
That was
Like,
crazy.
yeah, that's just
Yeah, but let him go. Let
just
him fight
when
now.
you think you've
nothing.
seen it all on rugby league field, then they throw something
Trouble,
at
it's
you.
not a fight, it's just a push.
Yeah, let him have some handbags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring some
You
excitement.
threw the ball at me.
If anything, it was probably the Townsend sort of head slams or the motion of him.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, if that's the
pull
case-
that up. But yeah, the throwing at the ball just popped it on his head, 10 the bin.
Well, if that's the case, Ben Hunt should have been sin bin on Friday night for throwing the ball on the Tigers player when he scored.
Anyway, moving on. Night of the round, guys. Night of the round. I can honestly say this week, there's a few nights that deserved it. So, Mick, you've been the guest here tonight.
My night of the round was Dane Gagai.
Yeah.
This
Can't argue
week,
that.
yeah, 246 run meters, 1 try, 19 runs, 2 line breaks, and at 33 years of age, yeah, he's still
Still good.
got it there, I think.
He was going to say he's getting old, but I won't.
No. And
I went Dylan Lucas.
I was going to say Gaz, but yeah, you can go.
Yeah.
Dylan Lucas.
Well, you're looking at me, so I thought you were. Yeah.
Dylan Lucas. That was another one that played well. 2 tries.
Yep. And then had to be forced out on the edge as well. So
Yeah, can't argue with that one either. Played some good football. So I mean, like, I'm not going to argue with just about anyone's tonight because there's some good candidates.
You'll argue with mine.
Yes.
Dylan Lucas, 2 tries, and I felt he played the best game so far in this game.
Can't argue with
I thought you would have.
that. No, barely.
Mine's Fletcher Sharp on debut. He had a blinder and he just didn't seem to have any nerves. And he's just really good under the high ball.
Can't argue with that one either. Anyway, I'm going to start from the rear this time.
oh, you normally do.
And I'm going to go with my 2 special mentions first, which was Gay Guy, for obvious reasons that you've said, and Fletcher Sharp, which you said as well. But, you know, a lot of people forget to look at why this happened out wide.
The forwards.
And it was because of the likes of Leo Thompson that was strong in the middle once again. And Nelly scored. It was a bit of a break and Nelly scored. So,
Was that Leo? What about the pass he threw? The 20, 30 metre pass he threw at the end. You see that?
he's a beast. So, yeah, Leo gets mine for this week because a lot of people failed to see why Gay Guy and why Fletcher Sharp could do all this.
That's right.
Because
Because of the tough stuff that they do up front, yes.
so, yeah, it's Leo for me.
Gee whiz.
Okay.
So that's, you write that down?
Yes, I did.
So what's that? 2 to Dylan, two votes to Dylan Lucas,
7 for Leo.
7 for Leo.
2 to Gay Guy, 2 to Fletcher Sharp.
7 to Leo.
Moving on.
Moving on, and I've had it's
Player of the round.
player of the round while we're there, and Gaz.
Just having a little drag in it, man.
All right, Mick.
Zach Lomax, mate.
Lomax.
For me, like, yeah, I think it was a record there for an individual for St George Illawarra. 10 conversions, tries, yeah. He seems like he's at another level.
Yeah,
like
no.
last month or so.
I didn't really like him, so to speak, after that incident with Tyson Frizzell, but he's growing on me, and I can't take it away from him. He is a great player. Potentially could end up at Penrith then.
He was in the crowd on
Can you
Sunday.
please shut your pie hole?
He
Both
was
of
in-
yous.
he-
Heck minute. Sorry.
He was in the crowd. Okay.
Kylie. Your turn.
Your turn, Kylie.
Zach Lomax.
Yep.
Needless to say, I feel he's had a few good games now, consistently, and he was also spotted at the Panthers game on Sunday, maybe sussing out his new club. Sorry, Gary.
Well,
Too late.
Can
when
I-
he signed.
He looked comfortable. Hey,
apparently this is what
No, he's
apparently
comfortable
happened.
because he's already signed for us.
30-day cooling off.
Apparently, he had a mate that was playing reserve grade, but we all know.
There's a clause in his contract.
Brad Arthur got the sack.
Brad Arthur got the sack.
That's nothing.
Yes, it is. He signed because of Arthur and with Arthur, so there's a clause in his contract that he can possibly get out. Not saying he's going to, don't burst my bubble, but
Taruva's spot's empty, I think.
it's a possibility.
He doesn't want to play wing anymore, does he?
Well, he's a better winger than a centre.
I know.
We'll
I
put him
mean-
anyway, just to get him.
No. He doesn't want to play wing because he doesn't want wing salary.
Yeah,
He wants centre salary.
we'll find out at the end. We'll find out at the end of the year the reason why though he's left.
But if, you know,
Give him centre salary and put him on the wing.
if the Panthers win the competition this year and he still hasn't signed with anyone, who are you going to go with?
Poor
gonna be hard.
Corey. He's losing him, and we're fighting over him.
Oh, I'm not. Okay, Maju.
What's the difference between centre money and winger money?
Yeah.
Are you talking? Yeah.
Which I don't understand because realistically, wingers are not what they used to be, where they sat out in the wing and done nothing. Wingers, well, look at Brian Tootle. You know, like, why are they on such? I think they're just as valuable as a centre. Like, you know, you look at Tootle, you look at my mate and Maju. They're an extra forward.
Oh, that's it.
That one
Yeah.
from Manly. Who was that one from Manly that got the hat trick?
Oh, Tommy Talau.
Yeah.
He got 4 actually.
4. Yeah.
And like that, like I said, about being a forward and that, on the fifth tackle, they drop back and they're helping the fullback as well.
I think that the stigma of, you know, they're only wingers shouldn't exist
They're
anymore.
taking the early
give
hit
it
ups.
to them 2 metres out and they score. No, they're jumping, they're diving.
That's right. Some of the tries are freakish.
Who are we missing? Who's the player of the round? Gary.
And me.
Yeah, I'll come back to you.
Yeah.
Mine's Dane Laurie.
We played well.
He was tripped by LIA and didn't even complain to the refs. On top of that, he had 1 try assist, 9 tackle breaks, 104 post-contact metres, and a whopping 340 metres gained.
Best I've seen in a Penrith jersey for a long time. For
He
him.
didn't set the world on fire.
Dylan Edwards is not far behind him.
Nah, Dylan.
No,
Edwards is always
I'm
up there.
talking about for Dane Laurie in a Penrith
yeah.
jersey. Yeah,
He didn't set the world on fire, but his stats speak for itself.
yeah.
He didn't stand out, so
He
to
didn't do
speak.
the soccer thing, did he?
Yeah.
Nah.
No.
He could have. Glad he didn't.
Corey.
All right, well, I'm going to go something different. I'm going to go Zach, obviously.
Course you're different.
But backs up his origin game with, 200 run metres there. Friday night, 190 odd run metres, 3 tries, 10 goals, says it all. I mean, Ben Hunt could have given it. He had 4 try assists, but I'm going to go Zach Lomax.
There's a few in the competition that could have got it this week. But I went Dallin, Waitini, Zelezniak.
Hello.
You did really well then.
He's been practicing
Yes.
in his...
I honestly, he's off contract at the end of this year, I believe. And I tell you what, I would throw money at him.
What, literally? Or?
100%. Like, okay, for example.
Is that while he's dancing up there on a pole?
Even his nick-
What a feeling, dancing on the ceiling.
You just done that way too.
Hello?
I think you've done that before.
Oh, well,
What was his name? Imagine him back at Penrith. 2 on one wing and him on the other.
Imagine him at Parramatta without
No, I can't.
Lomax.
No, I can't.
Yeah, well, there you go. We'll share.
is Tulagi still going, or what's going on there?
Oh, well, I'm not finished.
You're Australian, are you?
Well, realistically, we're sort of struggling with wingers at Newcastle for some form wingers. It'd be nice at Newcastle.
Yeah, Dom Young's been a huge bum.
Yeah, Dom Young's good, but he's a liability in defence. That's the only problem. Dallin, can you fold his game? Dom Young, you take Dom Young's speed away,
What's left?
it's not a lot, really.
A 6 foot tall pommy.
I just think, I mean, it's going to be hard for him to get him away from New Zealand, but yeah, I mean, he's an excitement machine, that's for sure. So he took my player of the round this week with one try assist, 3 tackle breaks, and 142 metres gained, and a try assist where it was going over the dead ball line and threw it back in and they scored. It just shows young kids out there that play to the whistle.
That was a great play.
So that was my player of the round for this week. So, yeah, we'll get into... We don't have Elliot this week, so we'll do the week that was for ourselves. And unfortunately, Elliot is on a plane. So,
Unfortunately, not for him.
yeah, not for him, but for us. Because we do value his input each week and
No.
talks a lot of sense. So,
Not like us.
no. So we've got to bring some sense to the show other than Kylie. I know where my bread's buttered. Anyway, starting last week, yeah, this is a hard one to say. On Friday night, full time, the Dragons 56 over the West Tigers 14. That's right, 56, Corey.
Felt sorry for the Tigers.
It's been 7 to 10 years since we've scored 50 points in a game. So yeah, couldn't remember the last time they did that.
I am impressed. Starting to see some good form from Raymond, I feel.
Luciano Leao was good too.
Yeah.
He was strong, wasn't he?
Yeah, but I really do rate. I don't understand still to this day why the Dogs got rid of Raymond. I think he's a great player, and
Oh, he's going to thrive under Flanagan, and he's certainly doing that now.
anyway.
I'm happy he's there.
West Tigers missing Clem too. They're missing a lot.
Yeah.
Did anyone tip the Tigers?
Someone did. I'm pretty sure you did last week for an upset.
I think you did.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'll get back to you after this break, and I'll tell you. I can't remember. Maybe that's why she's taking the piss out of me. No?
Zach Lomax broke the record for the most points in a game by a St George Illawarra player with 32. The winger finished with 3 tries and 10 goals. That's huge.
They were hard kicks too, a lot of them.
The last one was right on dead on the sideline.
Okay, that's why I'm going to go back to Origin here. Why was Nico Hines goal kicking when he got Zach Lomas? Realistically,
Well,
he's probably in the top 5 best kickers in the game. I'd probably put him at second behind Cleary. I just don't get it. Even
Crichton could have kicked.
Crichton's better than Nico Hines. Like, no offence to Nico, I'm not bagging him, but
Yes, yeah.
I just, a spade's a spade.
But he's probably still nursing an injury, Nico.
There you go.
So why do it?
That's, less
And
on
Matt
him.
said he wasn't taking anyone into the Origin with an injury.
Lomax should have been doing it. He thrives on that shit.
His confidence is sky high at the moment. Yeah, so you're throwing the ball.
Yeah.
He thrives on that. He's, his head would grow even more and just thrive. He just thrives on it. And no, it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So the Tigers won't win the premiership?
Hell no.
Neither the Dragons either. I mean, they got 50, 60 put on us this year. So
Oh. Records are made to be broken, though.
true.
Yeah, this weekend.
Sure. We'll only beat you by 100 points then.
Someone's going to be on $2 noodles.
Stop it. Anyway.
Smell the tension already.
But yeah, feel for the Tigers and the fans.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
The fans
where
are,
they go to, mate. Like, yeah, the
But it happens to every club, and they'll come good. They will come good. Next year, things will change.
swings and roundabouts. But,
Yeah, next year. As soon as Luai gets that club, I think Luai will change that club with Appy. Get old mate's a good fullback. I just don't know if he's the right piece of that puzzle there. Things might change with Luai coming there, but I still think the two, they need a couple of big boppers. Yeah.
Maybe Teddy might go back home to the Tigers.
Well, possible. Finish. Yeah, good place to finish. Anyway, moving on. The Titans 12 went down to the Rabbits. I got this one wrong. 46. I took the Titans. I thought up there they would have been harder to beat and put on a better show than what they did. So, yeah. Didn't see this coming, this scoreline, that's for sure. Titans are just hot and cold. They're playing some good footy for a few weeks in a row, and then they went to Movie World or something and come back and
Still in
They're on the strip.
still in movie world.
well, they're sponsored by them.
They're still in there.
They're just
Apparently Latrell played a blinder and that's why he's all the focus is maybe he should be in the centres.
Yeah, but one good game can't get you straight back in there.
Well, he backs it up this weekend, yeah, of course, sure.
You've got to look at what happened over the last 6 months.
I know.
And his attitude for a starter.
South won't be beating Broncos.
I don't see that happening.
He can still play a good game though, but
I think the Broncos will put cricket scoring.
You reckon?
It's in Bronco land,
It's a nighttime game.
a nighttime game.
Friday night. 8
Broncos don't play daytime.
Why is that?
I don't know.
That's a certain bet, that.
Yeah. If there was a day game, you'd go, yeah,
They're
South.
like vampires, can't come out the day.
What is that?
But that Titans side, when they signed David Fafita, okay, we're going to build he's going to lead from the front, and he's too hot and cold, eh?
Yeah,
and
that's
a lot of their results rely on him performing.
I said to Kyle,
He's just not consistent enough.
Shattered when they missed their aim. I said, no. You've done yourself a favour, Earl.
Here he come home bringing flowers. I'm like,
Nice bloke, eh?
he goes, I knew you'd be upset about Fafita. I'm thinking, I actually wasn't, but I will play on it now.
But I got lucky. But I said, no, you dodged the bullet, to be honest. And then now they've got Isaiah Papali'i, which will return back to his form that he was at Parramatta, if not even better again. And they've still got money left over. So you're going to get 2 quality players, really, for one. He could be a world-class player, but I think he's lazy in some aspects. But yeah, he was having a little bit of argy-bargy with someone the other day.
Cody Walker. He ran over Cody a couple of
yeah,
times.
they had a bit of a
I like it. So does that build a rivalry now for next time? I like it.
All Cody could say, mate, look at the scoreboard. Yeah,
Actually,
so-
Cody
so he got him.
Cody was had an interview after the game, and he said, "Oh, it was just all good
Yeah,
fun."
I give him credit there. He was very gracious.
Yeah.
And that's the way it should be. But good on him. Wasn't much you could say about that game. So moving on, Cowboys 12 went down to the Warriors 42.
This
Very disappointing up there in Cowboy land. Did you ride the Cowboys on this one?
no,
Nope, I went Warriors.
no.
I think I went Cowboys.
I should have took a snapshot of the...
I went all Queensland teams, and they all lost.
Yeah.
They all scored 12.
Did you take him on Wednesday night?
No.
Here's another
can't.
one. Jason Tolomalolo.
Well, I think that's what's upsetting the apple cart up there.
Yeah, well,
The Cowboys.
where I have it, he's been told to look elsewhere. But the problem is that the Cowboys still got to pay a big chunk of that. Like, come on.
They ought to have got
How many years has he still got left on that $10 million?
Still got 3 years to go, 2 or 3
Yeah,
years.
it have to be at least.
At least.
So there's a lot of money out of that cap. So this is what I don't agree. If they part ways with each other and it's a mutual agreement, ripped up, don't owe you nothing. This next club takes over the paying of whatever contract he's on. I don't agree with that.
Yep. That's why I agreed to 1 year. You don't perform, see you later.
10 years is massive, isn't it?
I don't think you'll see it again. I don't think there'll be a team
Whoever
commit
done that,
to.
I'm not saying Peter Parr was there. He was there at the time. I'm not saying that was his, but because I think Peter Parr's smarter than that. But whoever got that deal through, I think they're kicking themselves in the butt now. But yeah, Peter Parr's a smart man. I don't reckon it would have been him. That's for sure. Yeah. Anyone else? Nothing to really say about that, was there?
Nope.
Nico Costa, I thought, played a pretty good game. I was quite impressed with him for the Warriors, to be honest. Yeah. Moving on, Mick, the Broncos, 12.
What happened?
Sharks just too good.
In the end, they were.
Are Sharks still premiership contenders?
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah.
It's a no for me.
Maybe the Broncos Origin stars were buggered.
Yeah, I think so.
But Patrick Carrigan had a good game.
Is Jordan Ricky still out? Is he playing?
Yeah, Jordan Ricky.
Is he?
played that
Is
well.
he? I didn't see him out.
I like him.
Yep.
I really do. And tell you who I'm liking having a good run, Corey Yates.
He left training early
Yeah, but no.
today or something. With I don't know if it was an injury or what.
Maybe he's all right, to be honest.
I think he was seen at Knights headquarters.
I'll take him. I'll take him again.
Who are you winging at?
I'm stirring him up.
He's always winking at him. Licking his lips.
Tell you, man.
I thought he was winging at me.
You upset him.
I
Gary.
did.
You want to swap seats?
No,
You
it's all right.
jealous, guys.
Anyway, yeah.
But is it an Origin hangover for the Bronx, or
I think
is
so.
it just like
I think it's just a.
I think every team throughout the season goes through a patch of 2 to 3 weeks where
They'll
they're,
bounce
okay, they're
back
just
this
not
week.
there. So yeah.
Oh, well, there was a period in that game in that second half where Cronulla just scored 3 or 4 quick tries, and that was the end of
And
it.
So Tristan Saylor's back at fullback again this week. Do you rate Tristan Saylor at fullback?
I didn't. He dropped a couple of bombs on the weekend. Easy
F-bombs?
ones. Yeah, probably.
Jaeger bomb.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing Corey Yates go back there. To be honest.
Yeah. I think he can be a bit suspect on the high ball too sometimes, Corey.
Yeah, true. And probably a bit slower these days.
Yeah.
It's the only problem.
Last seen at night's training. Headquarters.
Speaking of slow, no.
Bernie.
As if he's not Bernie.
Knocked it on the head.
Anyway, yeah. The
yeah.
Broncos have bounced back this week.
Yeah.
Jordan, Ricky can go.
Yeah.
The next one I felt was a bit of a robbery of the round. Storm 36 over the Knights 28. They got the late 2 points at the end and the try off the forward pass. It was blatantly forward. How did the referee not see it? Okay, the ref missed it. Fair enough. The linesman's right there. So realistically, if they're not catching this, what are they there for? Because they're on pretty good money too.
Putting the flag up when the goals go through.
Okay, you got homework for this week to find out the salary of a linesman.
All right, I can just Google it when I get home. No
Okay.
problem.
So anyone know what happened to Tyson Frizzell? He was.
Yeah, he just got a knee on knee.
Yeah, and
was-
that was ordinary.
Yeah.
In the 79th, there was like
With
30
20 seconds to go.
Yeah.
Just, when your knees
Yeah,
collide,
yeah.
it's pretty painful at times, but he's fine. He's good to go.
That's a shame.
Well, you touched on how poor the referee was, and Adam O'Brien actually brought that up during the presser.
Yeah, but there's bringing it up, and there's Adam O'Brien's. Adam O'Brien, needs to grow a set of clangers and start being a bit more telling it how it is. You don't have to be a Jeff Tuvey and, really
One
get yourself a
investigation.
fine, but start giving some pressure to the referees at press conferences because they're just getting away with it.
To yours, Clang. Anyway, the Knights have not won in Melbourne since 2015.
But they should have won on the weekend.
It's 9 years.
Should have won on the weekend. And, these kind of performances, not just robbing it's robbing the fans.
Yep.
Why can't they... Okay, you watched the game?
Yes.
Forward pass?
Yes.
Forward pass?
Didn't see it. But yeah, what I was going to say earlier, there's some games there, it's just marginally forward. No, I'm saying,
Yeah.
and the referees pick it up.
Yeah.
It's blatant.
They got away with
Did
a
you
lot of-
see it?
Yeah.
Forward pass?
Forward pass.
Because it's
Forward
Melbourne.
pass?
Yeah.
So everyone in the world can
Melbourne.
see it. So why can't the bunker rule on these?
That's a good question.
I reckon they should.
That's right.
If you can't do it,
Okay, well, that's a
You're
grand
not- you're not
final.
doing
You
the
lose the
lines.
grand final by that. There's a riot in Newcastle.
at the
Newcastle.
at the
the Newcastle
at
was
the,
getting the grand
at
final.
the Star Hotel.
If we lose the grand final by that, there's a riot in Newcastle. Might be one man, but still a riot.
But yeah. Jackson
You'd
Hastings
reckon,
competitiveness too, mate. I love.
Then
Yeah.
take off.
Yeah,
Drop him off.
he gets stuck in.
Oh, I love it. I love that part about it. And if
Yeah.
I see him before the game, I'm going to tell him to get into Luai.
Yeah. Does it annoy anyone else after a game? Say you get pumped by 40 or 50, and the losing team are out there smiling, having a joke with the other team. Does that annoy anyone here at all?
Yeah,
It
it
gets-
pisses me off.
yeah.
In a way, but you've got to also
They're
remember
all
too,
mates.
they're all friends.
Yep.
What pisses me off, and it pisses me off bad, is when they just go up the tunnel. Like we've sat there, for example, in shit conditions, pissing down rain and poor performance, and they can't give the fans time of day for that. But then you get Kurt Mann in Canterbury, the opposition team that stay and hang around the fans for ages.
We only got a handful of them actually that stay out after the game.
Yeah.
Yep.
And this 15 minutes that used to be on the clock that's now gone. Okay, you watch this weekend. Mark my word. A lot of people bag the shit out of Jerome Luai. Last person leave that field this weekend will be Jerome Luai.
It's because I'm taking handcuffs and I'm going to handcuff him so he can't leave.
You got to put him in a Knights jumper there.
He's not going to the Tigers.
You going to say that?
$5 million says he is.
when you see him.
I'll scrape it up somehow.
So can you please do a backflip?
But you watch. I'm telling you, you watch this weekend. Okay, Corey, you're going on my free tickets.
You'd get a free ticket.
You got to rub me feet for it.
Righto.
No, thanks.
I would rub Harry back.
It's not airy.
Will be by the time I finish.
Ew. But you watch this week. I'm telling you, you're the drive, and you're not to leave till every player's gone. And I want
Video.
you to see who's the last there. And yeah, video.
Yeah, we're taking the camera.
Yeah. So yeah.
Why aren't you
Straight
there?
on live. Huh?
Why aren't you there?
I am there.
I thought you-
Cruise.
Oh, cruises. When you said yours, I thought, hello.
Junior Smitter one.
He won't miss it. He won't
I'm
miss
not going to miss it. Jesus Christ. I'm going to wave the flag all the way home.
We said if someone,
Penrith won.
we were
No,
like,
that was the rainbow one. He was.
all right, if someone gets married this year, tough titties, we're going to football. Football is life.
Yeah, there's a couple of games I will not miss anymore, and it's obviously Knights Penrith because
It's a big one.
these are big for us. Like, even in the Smitter household during the week, the build-up's good and a little bit of fun. But I'll be honest, when we beat her, I won't rub it in.
Much.
I can't wait to serve these words to you next week. I cannot wait.
Write it down what he said.
Yeah.
But
Rem-
the thing is,
It's recorded.
it's good banner, and it builds up for when we go to Penrith on our bus trip in a couple of weeks. Like, awesome trip. And, yeah, we have a ball.
You know what? At the end of the day, regardless of who wins or loses, you both go home happy.
But he's a good
Coming
loser.
over with me.
He's a good loser and a good winner. See, I'm a good winner, but like I don't rub it in. But I'm a really bad loser.
You won't talk to me all the way home.
Don't talk to me.
That's
don't wanna
not
know.
a bad thing, is it?
That's just passionate. And that's actually quite a good trait.
I'm passionate, but
And it's worse because we haven't lost. We don't lose much. We haven't for the last few years, but it's got to start happening sooner or later, and it's going to hurt even more.
I'm sorry, it's going to happen Sunday.
5 years is pretty good at the top.
I'm telling you, Leo Thompson's going to run rings around you all day.
The higher you are, the harder you fall.
Anyway, I've lost my train of thought, but yeah, moving on. Panthers 32 over the Bin Chickens 22. Yeah, just shows really. Penrith were
Depleted.
but they last week they were who'd they go down to last week, sorry?
Dragons.
Dragons.
I thought you were being smart.
No, and then they come back this week and show, bang, we bounce back again to another champion side we are. Now there's a pattern. Lose, win, lose.
Your thoughts on this?
He's just dreaming.
Yeah, anyway. But they're a champion side and it showed it. And Brian Tootle, a hat-trick, wasn't it? Hat-trick again.
Tommy Talau's
All the wingers got tries. Jason Saab got one, and
Taruva.
Taruva got. How many did he get?
You got one.
One or two?
Yeah, one.
Yeah, it's a good game. They're going to be hard to beat this weekend. They really are. But yeah, still for me, I still think they're the team to beat once they get all their players back. I mean, they're going to come towards the end, and it's going to be. I don't think they're going to rush Cleary back this time, and it'll be towards the end of probably. What do you reckon? 4 or 5 games to the end of the season. He's going to be fit for the finals. Look out!
Just their completion rate, though, mate, like 90% completion, 37 out of 40. But if Ruben Garrett could kick, it's going to be a lot closer than.
Usually
yeah.
he can.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's just had a shock.
surprise, wasn't it?
But as I said to Kylie too, I said this last week. Ivan Cleary doesn't lose 2 games in a row. He doesn't. If they lose, he sits him down, and I don't think Ivan Cleary's the one to yell and scream, but he gets the point across.
They listen.
And Penrith don't lose 2 games at home either.
No, they haven't lost 2 games at home for years. There was a stat. It was a ridiculous amount. I thought, I wish we could have that. But anyway, moving on. The Bulldogs 22 over the Eels 18. The Bulldogs 22, Eels 18.
I'll tell you what, the Dogs are really in good form, and I think we will be probably smoky for the 8.
Yeah.
My turn?
Yeah.
I didn't see it because I was. The Dogs are in the top 8. The Eels are 14th and only lost by 4 points.
Yeah, but it was a good game.
Well, the Eels played good.
Eels,
I didn't say I wish I had it.
But only one thing that did catch my eye, I forgot to mention, was Guffer having a cry after the game.
yeah.
Yeah, but rightly so, wasn't it?
Who was?
Guffer.
Oh, okay.
Apparently it was something.
Obstruction or something, wasn't it? But he wasn't happy.
He's passionate.
Look, I don't think of what happens, where they come on the table goes. This competition's quite even, so on your given day.
Quite even.
Well,
How do you
like
get that?
evenly matched, team-wise. Like if
I'll have 2
Three's an even number.
if you're off,
2 kilos.
just shut up for a second. If you're off your game, you're going to get your pants pulled down.
What game's he playing?
Tomago tennis.
Nothing happens over there at Domingo.
How do you know?
Only bloke that goes fishing without a rod and only catches crabs. Anyway, the Sharks, and that's next week's game. And the Raiders and the Roosters and the Dolphins all have wins.
Yep.
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 Anyway, it's time for a bit of humour with Kylie's jokes for the week.
It's debatable. I still can't beat that.
No, that was
Chicken-
gold.
chicken
The
giblets.
chicken giblets. Seriously, I reckon that's probably the
Have you been
joke.
practicing with the curtain rod yet, or what?
What do you think he's got a limp?
I actually took the curtain rod down the other day because I was painting the room. It's now laying on the bed.
I thought you were going to say clean.
Yeah, that too.
We had chicken giblets the other night, did
Dusty.
You
Nothing.
didn't hear that one, Mick, did
Didn't
you?
you, mate? No.
Oh.
Jokes you told him.
I have to tell him the break.
I heard it years ago, so I knew it. I started laughing, I started crying. So Kylie started laughing.
I had to finish the joke. It was about me.
It's because I changed the names too. It was funnier.
Anyway.
It involved Dean and farting and
A curtain rod up
Curtain
me
rod.
backside.
Chicken
he
giblets.
thought he farted his insides out, but it was chicken giblets. Sickos.
You said it.
Anyway, Dean goes to answer a knock at the door one evening only to find 2 policemen standing there. "Sir, are you married?" one officer asked. "Why, yes," Dean replied. "For 48 years. Do you have a photograph of your wife, sir?" the second officer questioned. Dean pulled a picture of Kylie out of his wallet and handed it to the officers. They looked it over and handed it back to him. "Sir, I'm sorry, but it looks like your wife has been hit by a truck." Dean replies, "I know, son, but she's a wonderful personality and she's a great cook."
Bit harsh. Still the giblets.
There'll never be that, but
The tractor come close.
no, it didn't.
Okay.
An old blind Marine wanders into an all-girl biker bar by mistake. He finds his way to a bar stool and orders a shot of Jack Daniels. After sitting there for a while, he yells to the bartender, "Hey you, want to hear a blonde joke?" The bar immediately falls absolutely silent. In a very deep, husky voice, the woman next to him says, "Before you tell that joke, I think it's only fair, given that you are blind, that you should know 5 things. 1. The bartender is a blonde girl with a baseball bat. 2. The bouncer is a blonde girl. 3. I'm 6 foot tall, 175-pound blonde woman with a black belt in karate. 4. The woman sitting next to me is a blonde and a professional weightlifter. 5. The lady to your right is a blonde and a professional wrestler. Now think about it seriously. Do you still want to tell that blonde joke?" The blind Marine thinks for a second, shakes his head and mutters, "No, not if I'm going to have to explain it 5 times."
Oh.
Gary's like, "I'll have that."
Yep, heard it before. I love it.
One more?
One more.
You reckon?
Tough, yeah.
A woman who had been married 3 times walked into a bridal shop one day and told the sales clerk that she was looking for a wedding gown for her 4th wedding. "Of course, madam," replied the sales clerk. "Exactly what type and colour dress are you looking for?" The bride-to-be said, "A long frilly white dress with a veil." "Please don't take this the wrong way, madam, but such dresses are usually more fitting for the first-time bride who is more innocent in the ways of life, if you get my meaning." "Well," replied the customer, a little peeved at the clerk's directness, "I can assure you that a white gown would be quite appropriate. Believe it or not, despite all my marriages, I remain as innocent as a first-time bride. You see, my first husband was so excited about our wedding, he died as we were checking into our honeymoon hotel. My second husband and I got into such a terrible fight in the limo on our way to our honeymoon hotel that we had the wedding annulled immediately and never spoke to each other again. What about your third husband? That one was a politician, said the woman, and every night for 4 years he just sat on the edge of the bed and told me how good it was going to be, but nothing ever happened.
Ain't that the truth? And your fourth joke?
Nah,
Penrith's going to win.
Oh.
them's fighting words.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to lock you out of the house tonight.
Thank God for heatering.
Well, Ma.
You call me fat.
No.
May the best team win on the weekend.
Say goodbye to your eyebrows.
And so is that what? No, that all seriousness.
Yes.
What's it going to be?
I reckon the eyebrows.
No.
All those in favour say aye.
Chicken giblets.
Eye,
Chicken
brows.
giblets.
Aye. Eyebrows.
Chicken giblets and a curtain rod.
Take your choice, Dean.
No. That's okay.
I reckon the op shop thing
Okay,
is
I'll do
fun.
the op shop. I'll put the op shop up there again.
That's too easy.
No, and this time we'll film it properly, and I'll let you film it, and you can
Feel it, did you say?
doesn't have to be a dress. You can pick out any outfit.
Okay,
Okay.
Warwick cap or shorts.
And if you lose,
same.
same.
You can pick out an outfit, except a Knights jersey.
No,
and-
you can't.
Yeah,
And you have to sing the night song.
and it's got to have material on it, not freaking G-strings and...
That's a bed. All right, so it's the op shop challenge. All right. An outfit, and an outfit can consist from socks all the way through a complete outfit, hat, the lot. It's up to the winning participant to choose, and the loser cannot deny it. What they pick. Deal?
I'm all good,
Done. I'm going up shopping tomorrow.
as long as it doesn't smell like...
Yeah, enough shopping tomorrow.
No, we're all going together.
Oh, you free tomorrow?
Tomorrow,
Yeah, well, I'm going to get in early and get your present.
No.
buy 2 outfits.
What do you mean to?
One for you.
No, not going to happen.
Okay.
I'm as
Watch this
confident.
space.
Watch this space.
Keep bloating, sunshine, because I'll be laughing at you.
Sunshine on the window.
It's school night. I've got to get my kid to bed.
On that note, we're going to take a short break and have these messages from the op shop. All right, guys, welcome back. And unfortunately, due to Telstra, we cannot have Talking Schmidt tonight.
No connections.
No.
All Telstra.
So a big to Telstra, I say. So next week we'll make it up. We'll do double.
Hopefully.
Or I'll give away at least twice the amount of stuff. And we'll do a giveaway next week. We'll give some stuff away and make up for it. But unfortunately, we can't control Telstra. But we did try for about an hour, I guess. You reckon?
An hour, yeah.
So,
Bit over, actually.
anyway, time to move on to the team list and the preview of this week, guys. So, you want to do the team list for the Knights first?
I will, mate. Wait till I get to it.
Yeah,
It's in there.
it's in there. It's a pretty good lineup, I think.
What?
I've gone to the last one, haven't I? Typical.
Yeah, I
Trust
got
me
it.
to go backwards.
It's on the last. You got it?
Trust me to go backwards.
All right, I've got the Knights, got the Panthers. Here we go.
All right. Number 1, we got Fletcher Sharp, Anali Tawala, and Dane Gagai. Bradman Bass is back and Greg Marshall on the other wing. Jack Cogger and Jackson Hastings in the halves. Jacob Saifidi, Jaden Brayley, Leo Thompson, Tyson Frizzell, Kai Pierce Paul, Adam Elliott, Phoenix Croslin, Daniel Saifidi, Dylan Lucas, and Brody Jones. And yeah, not a bad side.
Yeah.
Good to see Best back in there.
I'm really happy that Brody's keeping his spot too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's been playing well.
yeah, really good play.
Yeah.
Ball playing off the bench.
Yeah.
Penny Panthers.
All right. Well, the fullback is the returning Dylan Edwards. The wingers are Suni Taruva and Brian To'o. Centre pairing of Isaac Tuggo and Paul Alamotti. 5'8" is Jack Cole. The halfback is Jerome Luawai. In the front row, we've got Moses Leota, the fish, James Fisher-Harris. The hooker is Mitch Kenny. The second row of Scott Sorensen and Luke Garner. And Isaiah Yeo is locking the scrum. On the interchange bench, we've got Dane Laurie, Lindsay Smith, Liam Henry and Matthew Eisenhuth.
Good side, Babs. You've got a pretty good side.
It's going to be a good game.
Obviously, the Knights are going to win.
We can say that now.
Polly's gone.
So she,
Sunday afternoon at Knights home ground, mate. Doesn't get much better, does it? Hopefully the sun's shining. Yeah.
Safely we win.
Packed house.
Packed house.
Nah.
Yep.
Knights are me.
Great contest.
Mick?
I think the Panthers, mate. Just marginally, though. There won't be much in it.
Panthers by 3 or 4.
yeah, sorry, Panthers, but not by much.
Are you getting in the footy?
I'm driving.
Are you getting in?
Paying.
No, now. Anyway, it'll be a good game. As long as it's a good game, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
And don't have to wear a bloody op shop dress or something.
Yeah,
Hey,
well,
all
fingers crossed you don't have to.
Hey, all seriousness, but she said, I'm not wearing a Knights jersey. You heard that? She did not agree to not wearing a Knights shirt.
I'd rather wear a Knights jersey than an op shop dress. If I had to lose a bet.
But she didn't say she couldn't wear a Knights
She said, I
shirt
wear a Knights jersey.
or a Knights singlet over the top of something.
Or shorts or socks.
Yes, there's always a catch.
A bag or...
And I'm on the lounge. Anyway, moving on. Thursday night, the Sharks up against the Dolphins. I reckon the Sharks will take this one. Still not 100% convinced on them, but I reckon Shark Park, they'll do the Dolphins.
Yeah, but the Sharkies.
Corey?
Sharks will take the bite out of the Dolphins.
Yeah. Like it.
Fins are dropped.
Fins
Go
down.
the Sharks.
Sharks, everyone? Yep.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the Dolphins continue to surprise me. But yeah, I think the Sharks, mate. Yeah.
Friday night, Raiders and Cowboys.
I'm going to go Raiders in a way. Yeah.
Friday night, cold.
Yep.
Yeah, Cowboys have been so lately.
Just not clicking, are they, the Cowboys? Just, yeah.
Very, very disappointing, to be honest. Rabbitohs and the Broncos, I won't even ask Mick that one.
Same Bronx.
Yeah, Bronx for me. I reckon they'll... it's in Sydney, but I still think the Bronx.
Yeah.
Be too good for him, personally. Jordan Ricky, big fan. Play some good footy.
Yep.
See what they do with Latrell.
He's that X factor, isn't he? Like,
Yeah, but if they get up and nail him and get him frustrated, it's all over.
unsettling.
All you could do is him and Cody Walker get their heads.
Cody in particular, if you get in his head, mate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Get him off the game.
The flip of the coin match this week, the West Tigers versus the Titans.
I'm going to go Titans.
I only go Tigers because it's at home.
It's that light card, is it?
Yes, it is.
Light card? You can't tip them with any confidence, the Tigers. They can even that light card.
Can't get Titans, maybe, can you?
Titans, yeah.
I'm gonna
If it was at home, I'd definitely go Titans, but
Yeah, I'll go Tigers.
Tigers surely can't play that bad twice in one, you know. Yes, they can. Tigers.
Tigers.
I won't necessarily go on the Titans.
I'll go the Tigers.
Saturday, the Warriors and Storm. I'm going to take the Warriors here in an upset.
I was thinking that as well.
Lifting
In Auckland.
They're in good form, the Warriors. They've started to... Yeah.
And let's be honest, a Knights team that sort of isn't firing that well in the half. Still, they beat the Storm at home.
They put it to them.
Warriors to me.
I'll give the Warriors a big chance.
Warriors $1.97, Storm $1.87. I'm going Warriors. I like Warriors.
Warriors, mate.
No worries, mate.
Over there, mate.
Up the wires.
Do we want to do this game? The Eels and the Roosters?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Eels and the Roosters. Combank Stadium there. Roosters.
Roosters, I think, mate.
Chooks.
Not even going to ask you. The bin chickens on Sunday up against the Dragons. You have to go the chickens, wouldn't
I think so, mate, at home.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think they'll fire. Sorry, Corey.
We have to lose sometime.
you? What's this sometimes? It's been most of the year, isn't it?
7 wins, 7 losses.
Yeah, half and half.
Half more better than Para.
Yeah,
Just as long as they compete, that's all I care.
the Knights and Panthers, as we touched on earlier. But it's been a bit of a depleted show this week, I suppose, because of Telstra and a few other issues. But unfortunately, we can't control them.
Got some photo winners to
But
go.
yeah, we've got some photo comps winners from last week to go through.
Yeah, mate. So the 2 winners from last week, we're going to go Luke Hughes and Samantha Love. If you're out there, you go in. So
Well, there's your photos up there.
keep sending them in, especially for this week.
And don't forget this week's too. Enter your competition, your photos for this week with the Panthers round
Yes,
and that. Get in
that's
there.
right. Beanies for brain cancer.
Beanie for brain cancer round. So there, let's get in there. You know what? I'm going to give a shirt away next week. Either Knights or Penrith one for an extra special one this week for the best photo from the Knights
Yep.
game. Whether it's Penrith, if it's a Penrith one we pick, we'll give a Penrith shirt away.
Yeah.
If it's Knights, we'll give a Knights one. Could even be signed one. So yeah, get out there and we'll pick one from this week just to
Get your picks in.
So we got a few merchandise and new tracky pants and
Yeah.
show us your pants, Corey. Yeah. Like that. Nice little tracky pants with a name down the side of them there. So yeah,
Nice and warm.
Beautiful.
very warm.
Yep. Very comfortable.
I think that's all we got. Oh yeah. We might take a short break, come back and wrap it all up because it's Telstra's let us down. All right, guys, we'll take a short break and come back and wrap it all up. All right, guys, welcome back. Big thanks to Mick for coming in, mate.
Pleasure, mate. Always good
Sorry
fun.
about the
to
technical
join the panel.
issues with
Yeah.
Telstra and so
We're
forth.
blaming Mick for it, so
I can't do
And
that.
I'm the Commodore now, mate. Things
I
are
think
all right.
he's going to work for Optus now.
Yeah, Corey,
Yeah.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
guys,
good to be back.
and yeah, thanks to all our sponsors.
Can't do it without you.
Can't do it without yous, and yeah, we promise next week's show we'll be back on help out with our technical issues. But get to the game, get your entries in to win some the NRL fridges.
Yep.
Plus, also don't forget our trip to Penrith.
Yep.
There's only about 10 seats left on the bus. Pick you up from Hamilton and
Twin servos.
Curry, and then the Twin Servos, and drop you off as well. $45 a ticket return. And you just pay for your ticket in. It's going to be a great day. We're going to take the cameras. We're going to have a awesome day. So hopefully that'll be another win for me in the Crazy Ladies book. But
And if it's not,
I reckon you should
We're
get double or
trouble.
nothing.
if I win,
Yeah, but there should be over points over the 2 games. Then you get something.
no, because because if I lose this one, I've got a chance to get her back
Okay.
and make her go the
And you really want to, you really want to put the wind up at this week, don't you?
you're not watching this bit, Kylie.
I'm actually confident that we can rail her this week, eh? After on last week's performance, and Nathan Cleary's out. What's this, you know?
We're going to look like fools anyway because there's going to be 3 against 1 on the panel.
Anyway, we'll get you to bed, mate.
Early start tomorrow. Anyway, guys, I think that was all I had to say. But thanks for
Enjoy the
coming
game, mate. Enjoy your footy this weekend, everyone.
Good
Yeah.
to see you back, mate.
Good to be back, brother.
in, and we'll get you in again when you're free.
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. All right, guys. Once again, thanks to everyone involved: Adam, Kylie, Chadwick, the lot. Appreciate it, and catch you next week.
Push the love button. Think you can do that?
What's that, babe?
What?